trying to pretend that I'm not living just a lie. Broken heart and shattered lives. Let me go for one day. Let me lose myself. Oh, I knew all this would end. Oh, I knew that it would die. That we would come to this. That we would say goodbye. Someone help me see it. Someone help me free.
Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. Thank you for stopping by. Come on in, good morning. How you doing, Lucy? Alright, there we go. How are you doing today, Lucy? Good morning, good morning, good morning. As you pass by, come on in. Must be Friday. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Praise God, praise Him every day. Thank you so much, Brother Ace Blade. It is a pleasure and an honor to have you, my friend. Thank you. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. And love your work, man. I want to see, yes, sir. I want to see more intergalactic superheroes of color, man. Kind of like my man, like the Shi'ar Warriors. Hey, Tina. Like Gladiator. No problem, bro. Appreciate you. Listen, it is an honor just to have you stop by, and I love your work, and I'm going to keep supporting it. We need more black comic designers. Ladies and gentlemen, please follow my man right here, Ace Blade Comics. We need more comics of people of color, written by people of color. Check out Brother Ace Blade. Make sure y'all and share the information about him, guys. No gatekeepers here. Brother Ace, thank you so much. You a lumberjack. I will definitely be supporting you. Good morning, guys. Welcome. It is Friday. I am Keith K.L. Belvin, crisis specialist, human service counselor, author, educator. You name it, I pretty much do it. Hey, Thunder. Good to have you. Good morning. And I am glad that you're here. I come on live just Friday mornings. That is it. I am not going to be on every day. It is not my style. But every Friday, good morning, King. Good to see you, my brother. Peace and blessings and respect. Every Friday from 11:30 to about 1:30, depending on. It keeps repeating and then stop. I am. Because you might have to go back out of TikTok and come back in if you was on TikTok for a little while. But if it's messing up for everybody, I will end it and come back. Y'all let me know. I'm not a slave to anything. But every Friday, and now it's normal. Cool. Every Friday from 11:30 to about 1:30, depending, I am on. And my goal is to offer some type of understanding in the personal development area, relationship area, and just things in general. This is a safe space. And what a safe space simply means is that you are allowed your opinion here. You won't get disrespected here. But if you are rude and disrespectful when you come through the door, you will be blocked. That is not what we do. That is not what we're about over here. Let me see something. I might have to turn my light on. Let me turn my light up here. I have to turn my Wi-Fi on. Let me turn my light up here. Good morning. Albert, what's going on? And so, the box is not open, so please do not inquire. I am here to inform, educate, and entertain. Today we're talking about the 10 advantages of dating multiple people simultaneously. Because I think somehow we've gotten that kind of mixed up, but I'm going to get into that a little bit today. Good morning, Jen. And again, if this is your first time here, one of the things that I ask from people when they come in, let me know where you're checking me out from in the world. You could be anywhere else, but you decide to stop in with me, and I always like to know where people are from. I am in Delaware, originally from New York, and as a professional counselor, I am a former educator of 24 years. And just to give you a little bit about my background, I have a master's degree in education. Hey, good morning, Detroit. I am coming that way in July with my daughter for Bowling Nationals, Junior Gold. We will be in Michigan for 10 days in July. I have a master's degree in human service counseling, specializing in Christian ministry. Hey, shout out from the Bay Area. Hey, Jen. And I have my own counseling practice. I am a certified educator. I am a certified investigator. I used to be an investigator for the state of Delaware. Run DMC. Because you didn't even want to come in and say hello, I'm going to let you go. Shout out from Mississippi. Pawpaw just played himself, but it's okay. He's gone. Hey, Maryland and Trinidad, let's go. My son and father, one of my sons and my father lives in Maryland. Father is in District Heights, I think Capitol Heights, whatever it is. I know he's not too far from the stadium. So when I come to Bowling, Maryland, I go to check him out. So, yeah, I saw what that was. He just came in to Run DMC. That's like just running in the house and yelling for no reason, but it's okay. You would have got him anyway. And we're not playing. And what you just saw is nothing too. The door is open. But if you want to come through the door yelling and screaming, we don't do that here. You wouldn't walk into someone's house just yelling and screaming. We don't do that here. And if you offer something that don't make no sense, I'm a little more patient. But I'm a little tired today, so I don't know. A little more crankier than I usually am. That's why I got some smoother music on, so I can stay calm. But again, thank you for letting me know where you're checking in from. And if this is your first time, I want you to relax. This should be entertaining. We try to have an intellectual conversation here. And I am going to be talking about the advantages of dating multiple people. I'm going to give you 10 advantages to dating multiple people at the same time, because you should be dating if you're single. But I'm also, before that, I'm going to talk about dating versus relationships, because I want to set the table first. Because I think sometimes when we talk about dating, we get it confused with relationships. And I want to have that conversation too, because right now we have a gaggle of young folks touring the country, and they're talking about relationships and everything else. And if you watch any videos on my page, I don't plan to critique them, and I don't want it to look like I'm attacking them, but I think a lot of the information that they give is not complete. I'm not going to say wrong, but it's not complete. And we have to be very careful when handing out people who are asking questions information that's incomplete. Because when you stand up and say, how do I deal with this? And you give me incomplete information, you're setting me up for possible failure. And then I could end up worse off than I was before I asked that question. And I want to say that to all of you guys in the chat, right? Please be careful of who you're getting your information from, and make sure that you're following it up with quality sources. And what I mean by that is, I am not the end all to be all to everything. I am a professional. I did go to school. As I explained, I have a couple degrees, actually 4 in total. That doesn't make me the guru of everything. So I would always say follow up on what I offer. And I love when we have professionals in the room, because that's another thing too. But always be careful of where you're getting your information from. Make sure you're doing just a little bit of research. You wouldn't just walk in, buy a car, drive it off the lot if it was a used car. You check it out. So why do we put more interest into our car than we do ourselves? I'm just saying. But I will give you a lot of things that can help, or I hope that can help. And again, I'm glad that you're here. So again, let me give you some of the housekeeping, right? When you're here, we have a goal of 20K plus likes. So like I said, all you got to do is relax, take notes, and watch me tap the screen. Keep tapping the screen. And I'm going to give you another little insight. I have ADD, so tapping the screen actually locks my eyes in on the screen, so I tend to stay more focused. Tina also will get on me if I start to go a little sideways, because I will get into it with the trolls, so she catches them before I do. Because I almost got a live band one day messing around with a troll at the very end of a great show, and I'm so glad that I caught myself, because that show helped some people. So, and the other thing is, I just want you to enjoy yourself. I want you to ask questions. I'll gladly ask questions. Like I said, I'm not a snooty host. I'm not a person that it's all about me when I'm in the live. And interact with me when I ask you some questions, because I do want to hear what you guys have to offer as we're going about this and we're good to go. So with that said, you guys in the chat, tell me how your week has been since last week. What is the topic today? Good morning, Octavia. We are talking about the 10 advantages of dating multiple people at the same time. But first, I'm going to discuss dating versus relationships, so that way I can make sure where I'm going with what I'm saying is understood. And welcome. I'm glad to have you here. Good morning, Fashionista. Good to have you. Crazy busy weekend. If you just missed, I'm asking how your week was. If you were here last week, and if this is your first time, then just fill me in on how your week was either way, and what you have planned for the weekend. Come on, talk to me before we get into today's topic. Crazy busy week. I feel you, Tina. What you got planned for the weekend, Tina? This weekend, I am relaxing. My daughter has to bowl tomorrow morning for league, and then she has a tournament on Sunday. And I've been really busting my behind the scenes, getting some things done. So it's been a good week. Thank you. Great to hear, Octavia. Just working, very busy, Thunder. I got you. What you guys got planned for the weekend? Basketball has started for my son, so okay, yeah. And of course, I'm going to be watching the NCAA tournament. I'll be watching the March Madness games. I'm not really doing too much. I have been really behind the scenes reorganizing some things. I finished up a short story. It's a love story. I just got to do some more of the edits. And I think I'm going to change the cover. It's a digital love story, but I think I'm going to make it a printed book. So with that said, when I talk about a printed book, I do come with receipts. I have written books. This is my latest book, 12 Steps to Recovering from a Toxic Relationship. Okay. That's my latest book, but I've written fiction. Lukewarm Saint, outstanding book of a Brooklyn educator torn between his love of women and what he knows to be the right thing. He has two friends that are pulling him in different directions, and his mother and grandmother who keep saying, you need to fix that because it was women that destroyed your father and grandfather. From the Bronx. Yes, I am from South Jamaica, Queens, born and raised, and spent a great amount of time in Brooklyn. Only been here in Delaware for about 8 years. Another one of the self-help books I've written, Our Bond is Our Gift. I just did a little video about this morning. An interpersonal look at relationships. And of course, my story, From Gigolo to Jesus. My story of how I went from being a whore to a loving man of God and a loving husband. So yeah, I put it all out there. So if it wasn't for God and my lovely wife, I wouldn't be in front of you right now. And my very first book, Man in Transition, I am an award-winning poet as well. And I have been featured in different places and have done a few things. So yeah, I come to the table with receipts. I'm not just in front of you saying, watch me, look at me because I say it. I am saying I come to the table with the idea of what I'm talking about, because I can't tell you I'm in business and not show you that I've done some things. But again, if you want some more receipts, if y'all have seen this magazine, put a thumbs up in the chat or put yes if you have seen this magazine before. Do y'all know what this is? Have y'all ever seen this? I'm not sure. I think it's called Ebony. Have you ever seen that magazine? Put yes in the chat if you've ever seen Ebony magazine. Put yes in the chat. Come on, rock out with me. Y'all sure? I don't know. I don't see no yeses in the chat. What's going on here? And I don't see anybody tapping the screen. Okay, so Lucy's seen it. Thunder has seen it. Okay. So if you have seen Ebony magazine, they did a Black Love issue, right? So it's Black Love Lessons, right? Back in 2012. Editor from my high school. Okay, so they did an article, Black Love Lessons, back in 2012. And so a certain guy y'all may have seen before was invited along with his wife to talk about relationships and how love is not supposed to hurt. So you see, I come to the table as somebody who some people have listened to. Now, that doesn't mean that you have to listen to me. I'm just showing you the receipts that I have a little idea of what I'm talking about. But I'm only as good as the last person that I helped. I just show you those receipts so you can get an idea that I do this for real. I'm not just somebody on social media saying, send me money. No. I'm a person that when I ask you if you need professional help, I provide professional help, and there's something behind who I am. I am a real counselor. I'm also a Christian counselor, Christian educator as well. I create mental health ministries with churches so people can get the help that they need, and I get churches to pay for it. There are many ways that people need help, and I try to find those ways because at the end of the day, there's no reason why we have so many people hurting and they can't find the help that they need. So that's just a little bit about me. So again, what are you guys up to going into this weekend? And we're going to get started in a little bit. And again, I want to say thank you. And again, keep tapping the screen. I see the hearts going up. I appreciate that. Thank you so much for the hearts. Let's keep those going. We're going to get over 20,000 or more likes before it's all said and done. And we are good to go. So a little bit about y'all, and then we're going to get started. What you got planned for the weekend? Like I said, I'm taking it easy this weekend. What y'all doing this weekend? Come on, talk to me. I'm happy God is using you to help us. Thank you, Lucy. You know what? I have been fasting, and they say you're not supposed to share what you're fasting until it's over. I have been fasting the last couple weeks because I needed some guidance, and I really had to call on the Lord, and I asked some other people in Puerto Rico. Oh my gosh, I'm so envious. I was in Dorado in 2004, the year the Puerto Rican national team knocked off the U.S. Dream Team. And we had such fun driving to Old and New San Juan. And a person I grew up with, James Carter, plays on the national team there in Puerto Rico. And he and another guy, I think Jerome Mincy, own a club called 2J's. And we were there. Whew, Lord, it was hard. It was a hard drive back to Dorado. That's all I'm going to say. But we had a wonderful time in San Juan. And it was a very hard drive back to Dorado. But my birthday month. Okay, happy birthday. Congrats. Yeah, Puerto Rico was lovely. The people were lovely. The food is tremendous. And I would say to anybody, oh, you got there? Okay, cool. Yeah, we drove from Dorado. It's about a 20-minute ride, I believe, if I remember correctly, from Dorado to San Juan. Hung out in Old and New San Juan. The club is on the Hotel Row, not too far from the Ritz-Carlton. We hung out there, and then we came on back and just stayed at the hotel. I was so happy that we didn't get locked up from drinking. Yeah, them days is behind me. Like I said, that was 2004, 20 years ago. But yeah, Puerto Rico was outstanding. I would love and cannot wait to go back to Puerto Rico. And the weather was tremendous. It was in August. Was it August? Yeah, August of 2004. And Puerto Rico was a buzz because they had just knocked off the Dream Team in the Olympics. Oh, let me tell you. Puerto Rico's fantastic. If you guys have never been to Puerto Rico, you have to go. Beach is tremendous, people tremendous, and of course the food, outstanding. So, nothing like roast con pollo with some chuletas and tostones. You cannot go wrong. You cannot go wrong. Nothing like it. But again, I'm glad you guys is here. LeVar, okay. What is now? You have to help me out with that. What is that? Because I don't want to. There we go. Yeah, okay, that's what I thought. I was like, I wanted to make sure. Yes. Listen, ain't nothing like a Puerto Rican roasted shoulder when they cut that skin off and pull that back with some yellow rice and some beans. Whoo, that's good eating. But see, now you're making me hungry. I ain't even had lunch. See, I'm messing around. Now I got to go find me a Latin spot to go get something to eat. But yeah, when I used to work in Brooklyn, downtown Brooklyn, there was a spot that we used to go, and on Friday they had shrimp dishes as well, but they always roasted a pork shoulder, and when you get that skin and that roasted pork with seasoned yellow rice and beans, oh my gosh. And then you had a shrimp dish in sliced tomatoes and onions. Oh my gosh, let me tell you something. Incredible. So, and I love I love Caribbean food to begin with. Yes, garlic sauce on top. Yes. I love Caribbean food, African food, Asian. I like everything. Actually, the funny thing is I'm not a big soul food eater. I grew up on it. It's just not for me. Some people say I got to get back my black card for that, but we're not doing that. But I have learned to appreciate food from all over. And yeah, it was downtown Brooklyn near J Street. I used to work right near the projects there. And when I say the brothers in there, when they was cooking, they was cooking. I have a Puerto Rican son-in-law, pork, yellow rice, beans. It makes a punch to drink. Let's go. Fashionista, you get it. You get it. Certain cultures, when they get in the kitchen, they get in the kitchen. Puerto Ricans is one, but I've traveled everywhere. So I've gone to a lot of places. So I can't say one culture over another, but every culture has one or two things that they do. Oh yeah. Yeah, it's good eating when you get it. And that's another thing too, is I love sampling Food in Jamaica too. I love when I was in Jamaica, fantastic. Haitian food, just everything. Senegalese food. Like I said, trust me, you don't get to become a fluffier dude and you're not sampling some things. All right, so let's get this started. I don't want to waste your time. I want to be respectful of your time as well. Okay, so one of the things we're going to do today is I'm going to get into the 10 advantages of dating multiple people. But first and foremost, I want to make sure that we're clear on dating versus relationships. Because I think when I've had this conversation in other places, a lot of my younger brothers and sisters, they seem to confuse dating with relationships, and I've had people literally attack me, like, what you talking about? Who you talking about, hoeing? No, we're not talking about hoeing. We're not talking about out here doing nothing nasty. It's a matter of clarity. And again, I want to prevent heartache, but I am here to help with heartache. Let me just say that. And so one of the things that I realized is that a lot of folks are not dating anymore. A lot of times we're just going through the motions because of social media, and we're jumping into things way too quickly. We're actually turning things into relationships that really should not be, and we should just be dating. And I'm going to give you the reasons why you should be dating multiple people in a second. So if you guys are ready, we're going to start off two things today. So I got it written out for you. I brought my notes, which I do all the time. You will never catch me coming online without notes because, again, I'm a professional. And two, I want to be respectful of your time. If you're here with me, you should get something from it. And not just me yelling and screaming and doing my hair and brushing my teeth and picking in my nose and then demanding that you send me whatever the highest gift is on the thing. I still don't understand that part. We done turned social media into professional begging. So you're not even going to give nobody nothing. Just give me. You got cats coming on talking about, can you pay my phone? Can you pay my car payment? They're about to kick me out. Can you pay my rent? And I'm like, okay. And then 2 months later, I see the same thing. So wait a minute. Can I claim you? Can you send me your social security number so I can get that money back? Are you crazy? Thank you for the roses. I appreciate you. You want us to pay all these bills? You got to send me a 1099 so I can claim that. What kind of foolishness is this? And I'm starting to see more of our younger folks, very young, getting into professional begging. And that is very dangerous. And I may do a live on that another time because I know I'm going to be stomping on a little bit of toes. But the dangers with professional begging is you are setting yourself up later on when you got to meet people in person. And we can have that conversation another time, but we got to really be mindful. And please, parents, if you have children, young adults, please pay attention if they're online begging. You're opening up the door to some very dangerous things. And we'll have that conversation as well another time. But it is a little alarming, the number of people who are coming on and saying, give me. But they're not looking to offer anything. They don't realize how bad they're setting themselves up for the future. But okay, so let's get back on subject. We're talking about dating and relationships today. Before I get started, you guys in the chat, right? And thank you for the hearts. Keep them going on the side right there. How many of you in the chat right now are dating multiple people? Put me in the chat. You don't have to give away no numbers. We're not trying to embarrass anybody. This is a safe space. So put me in the chat if you're dating multiple people. Got you, Tina. I appreciate you. Thank you for the share. Biffy, I appreciate that. Thank you for sharing the live. But so Tina's dating multiple people. Anybody else dating multiple people? Got no prospects anymore? We can change that, Lucy. It's just they're out there. If you're looking for them, I don't know, or they looking for you. We're gonna talk about that too. There's always prospects out there. There's 7.4 billion people on this planet. There's more than enough for everybody to go around if that is what you want. No comment. Tigger said, yeah, won't be getting that information from me. I got you, Tigger, no problem. I'm married to multiple personalities. I don't know, Stacy. The person that you're married to has multiple personalities, and if you're polyamorous, you gotta respect it. Okay, I got you. Now, is that certified multiple personalities? Because actually they changed the title, so they don't use that title anymore. People who have dated multiple people have slept with everyone they have slept with. Not necessarily, Diva. Not necessarily. Not necessarily, because it doesn't mean that you're traveling all the same circles. Recently divorced after 30 years, not dating more, don't know how to date. Well, I got something for that, Danetta. I actually wrote a book about that. 12 Steps to Recovering from a Toxic Relationship. It doesn't mean that your relationship is toxic, but I give you 120 steps of what to do once you've gotten out of the relationship. The link for the book is in my bio. So, I got you. But yeah, my book would help with that. Because my book will give you steps and guide you on some ways of refining you. So yeah, I come to the table prepared to help. I got you. Okay, so regardless of whether you're dating, whatever you're doing now, multiple relationships and multiple dating is different. And we're going to talk about that. First, let's look at dating, right? So let's do this. This is the precursor. 23 years married, but not interested in getting back out. Married, but not. Okay, I got you. And I am going on 25, so I'm with you. Actually, 24 this year, married for 17. Been with my wife 24 years, and this is going on 17 years married. But, and I got you, so I understand that. So here we go. All right, so let's talk about dating first, and then we're going to talk about relationships. All right, because we want to understand that there's a difference between dating and being in multiple relationships. And you got to understand that, because often we're creating relationships, thinking that we're dating, and then we can't figure out how to get out of them because we created this mess. Thank you for the roses, appreciate that. And we can't figure out how to get out of it because we set the wrong thing. Yeah, same here. 24 years together, 17 years married. That is me. Thank you so much. We've been together since 2000 and got married in 2007. I had to work some things out with me before we got married. So, and that's why I wrote the book, From Gigolo to Jesus. I tell that story. So the transformation was a thing. I had to actually go through some real personal transformation before I was going to be somebody's husband the second time. I'm actually happily divorced and happily remarried. I was married. My first wife, we was together 10 years, had 2 wonderful sons, but I wasn't a good husband. She wasn't a good wife. I won't speak bad about her, but we just shouldn't have been together. And I needed to fix me, and that took almost 7 years. And then once I got me together, thank God that my wife saw more in me than I saw in myself. And then between her and God and me figuring it out, she held on to my crown for me, and then I was able to put it back on. I am scared, but not scared to date again. It's messy out there, and everybody knows everybody. Not necessarily fashionista. That just me. And I'm going to talk about that. I got you on that, because some of that, I'm going to explain you the advantages when I get to the second one. But let's get into this, guys. Okay. So grab your notebooks, get your pens. Let's go. Let's talk about dating, right? First of all, dating is an exploratory phase. And Tina, you don't have to put those in the chat unless you want to. If you do, hey, lovely lady locks. If you do, let me know, and I'll slow down so you can put them in the chat for everybody. You want to do that, Tina? And again, if you guys don't know, Tina is my wonderful moderator. Her and Ellie has a new work situation, so she has not been able to join us. And Tina stepped in, and I'm so glad that she did. So between the two of them, they make me look great. So shout out to Tina. So exploratory phase, right? Dating is an exploratory phase. You can write that in your notes. Let's get started. We're talking about dating versus relationships, and then I'm going to get into the advantages of dating multiple people, but I want to set the table right. You're getting the educator part of me now. I feel my husband broke my heart. I feel my husband broken my heart to want it to ever give it out again. You got to heal first, Stacey. He did what he did, made you feel the way that you feel. Got it? Now it's on you to recover, because there is somebody out there to love you. Please understand, guys. I thought that way too when I first got out of my first marriage, that I was never going to be in anything that works. And all of a sudden, I did find somebody, but it took me 7 years to clean myself up. I was just lucky enough that she was strong enough to be able to deal with the foolishness, and we have been tremendous together. But I can honestly tell you, you have to do the work to heal from damage done by the hands of somebody else or at the hands of yourself. So I got you guys. I got you. So dating is an exploratory phase, right? Dating typically refers to initial stage of romantic interaction between two individuals. It's a period to get to know each other, exploring mutual interests and necessary compatibility, right? Second part of dating, it's casual nature. And I'm giving you the definition of dating versus relationships. And I want you to understand, because many of us get this confused. We got a lot to go over today. So I'm going to be moving a little bit quicker. So I'm going to need you to move a little bit with me. But if I go too fast, just tell me, slow it down. It's Friday and I'm a little tired, so I'm sorry. I don't want to trigger anybody. Casual in nature. Dating is casual in nature, guys. That's the next one. Dating is often more casual and less committed than being in a relationship. It may involve going on dates, spending time together, and getting to know each other without committing to a long-term partnership. Very simply. All right? And the third one for dating, uncertain boundaries. Uncertain boundaries. Individuals may not have clear defined boundaries or expectations during the dating phase. They may be open to dating multiple people simultaneously and may not be exclusive with any one person. Uncertain boundaries. That is dating. Now, if you're starting to say, I got that. Cool, I got you. Next one, under dating, focus on fun and exploration. Hey, Foxy. Next one under dating, focus on fun and exploration. Focus on fun and exploration. I'm going to say it 2 or 3 times to give you a chance to write it down if you're taking notes. And again, if you miss anything, the replay will be over on YouTube. So do not stress yourself if you miss a note. I got you. It'll be over on YouTube where all my shows are. Please go over and like, subscribe, and of course share. Keep tapping the screen as I talk. I got you. Focus on fun and exploration. Dating is often categorized by a focus on having fun, enjoying each other's company, and discovering shared interests and values. It is a time for exploration and getting to know each other deeper. That is the fourth one for dating. And the fifth one, the last one under the dating category, the potential for growth or discontinuation. Let me say that again. Potential for growth or discontinuation. Dating allows individuals to assess whether they are compatible with each other or whether they want to pursue a deeper relationship. It provides an opportunity for personal growth, self-discovery as individuals navigate the complexities of romantic connection. What's going on, big boy? Thank you for being here. So you see, dating is again potential for growth or discontinuation. This is when you're supposed to figure out, I'm going to take these shoes around the store a little bit. Nah, I don't like the way they feel. I like the way they look, but I don't like the way they feel. You can take these back. That's what dating is. I'm going to hang out with you. I'm going to see what you're about. We're going to see if we vibe. I'm going to see what this is. The problem is, many of us, because we have needs, we're making it messy. Also, many of us don't know how to date and be firm about dating. I don't where to go to meet women. Well, we're going to talk about that too, but I have other shows. Simply get into your hobbies, big boy. Get into the things that you like. No matter what it is that you like, there's women involved in it. As you get deeper into doing you and taking care of you and going to places that you like, you will find women who are doing the same things. And then you have to be able to be comfortable with having conversations with them to be able to spark up something. So as long as you have mutual connections, like I go bowling. I got a bowl tonight. I bowl for money. My daughter bowls. My wife bowls. There are so many women at the bowling alley. When I used to bowl and I was out there, it was easy. There's always places to meet women. The question is how you're meeting them, why you're meeting them, and what you're going to do when you meet them. So that is dating, guys. Okay? So now let's get into relationships. Y'all ready? All right? Because again, I want to get into the benefits of dating multiple people. So hang in there with me. So now we ready for relationships, right? We ready? Y'all still with me? Put yes if y'all still with me, because I know I'm speaking quickly today because I got a lot to go through. I want to make sure I get everything out for you guys today. You still with me? Put yes in the chat. Come on, let's go. I see you. There we go. You can meet them at the grocery store. Yes, you can. Listen, ain't nothing like a Saturday shop and you go, hey, love, you look lovely. And I know you wasn't even trying to style yourself up to come out here shopping. Now she's going to be like, why he flirting with me in this supermarket? And then you be honest. Listen, I know you wondering why I'm flirting with you. I just think you look good. I'm going to leave you alone. I don't even want to trouble you. I just want to tell you that. And smile. And be cordial. And be inviting. And then leave. Don't be thirsty. Women don't like thirsty. Don't stay thirsty, my friend. Don't do that. Smile, compliment, and go. You see them again? You'll remember. And they'll remember. Take the chance that you will see them again. I have learned. If they're for me, we're going to run into each other again. And when you do, remember what she had on. Remember the day it was. Remember what her hair looked like. And then, when you talk again, say, oh, so this is the other you. When I saw you in the supermarket in that blue muumuu or whatever that was on, I saw the cuteness in the face, but I was like, oh, she must be really trying to just pick up some groceries. But I like your hair. Even if it's a wig, that's not your concern. I like your hair. So I see both views. Can I get to know both of them? And then leave. Yes, it is for women too. Ladies in the supermarket. You don't have to give the extra title like, hey, King. How you doing? Okay. Wait a minute. And here, ladies, always joke. Wait a minute. Before I talk to you, there's not some woman going to run around this corner and want to get in a fight for me talking to you, right? And then he'll let you know. Watch his face. If he looks around, she's in the supermarket. If he looks you right in the face and go, nah, I'm here by myself. I'm single. Don't look thirsty either, ladies. Just go, okay. Well, you know what? If I run into you again, I might want to get to know you. Now, if he's smooth, he'll go, well, why we got to wait? Now you're in your conversation. You're good. Now, play coy. Be feminine. And say, well, can we converse? And then hit him with the Jill Scott. If a man can tell me what to do, a man can tell me what to do. But if a man can't tell me what to do, he can't tell me what to do. I understood every word that Jill Scott said. And let me tell y'all something. If aliens kidnap my wife tomorrow, I am going to Philly or wherever Jill Scott lived. I'm knocking on the door. I'm knocking out whoever she's with. And say, Jill, don't ask no questions. Let's go. Don't ask no questions. You can sing, you can travel, and do whatever you want. I will cook the meals when you get home. Smoke the weed that you want to smoke. Go ahead. But you with me now. Jill just don't know that yet. And remember, I'm an author. I write great stories, but let me tell you something. Let me tell y'all something. Y'all don't understand. You don't write a book called From Gigolo to Jesus and not understand how to make this thing work. I used to be smooth, Tina. I'm just a dude up in the stands that watches the young cat shaking his head going, that's not the game. That's not how the game played. I'm retired, but I'm here to help. So let's get into relationships, guys. Let's get into relationships. Relationships are committed partnerships. Y'all with me? Here we go. Relationships, in comparison to dating, relationships are committed partnerships. Keyword, committed partnerships. A relationship signifies a more committed partnership between two individuals. It involves mutual exclusivity, emotional intimacy, and shared commitment to each other's well-being. Thank you, Penn. Appreciate you. Glad to have you here. Tell me where you're checking in from. I'm glad. I try to do my thing. And this is how I counsel, by the way, too. So if you want to decide to hire me as a counselor, I may not tell all these jokes in the counseling session, but I am open and always honest about how I do things. Tampa, Florida. Shout out to Tampa. I haven't been to Tampa since 2008. I came for the Black Writers Conference in 2008. Oh, my gosh. I forgot the hotel we stayed at, but it was on like a bay or like a lake or something. And the hotel faced the back of that. And I know the restaurant and the hotel faced the water. It was fantastic. I'm getting old, so I can't remember the name of the hotel. But it's the Black Writers Conference in Tampa. So committed partnership. Second one for relationships, guys. In a relationship, hey, Joy, defined boundaries and expectations. Yeah. Rock out with me. Please write this down because I want to give you the difference between dating and relationships. Because when I give you the 10 benefits of dating, I want you to understand the difference. I also want you to understand where and why we keep making these mistakes when we think we're dating. It's because we're getting the two mixed up. So the next one is define boundaries. Winter Haven. Okay, got you. Cool. There you go, big boy. Now just work your way. Florida's a big state. You good in Florida. With that type of weather, man, lucky I'm not single. Why? Man, some of these young guys would be in trouble with the salt. No, anyway, I ain't looking to be single. Nope. I don't even want to start over. Anyway, emotional. Number 3 on the relationship, right? Is define boundaries and expectations, right? Boundaries and expectations are typically more clearly defined in a relationship. There is a mutual understanding of exclusivity, trust, and commitment to building a future together. Guys, please hear this. The difference between dating and a relationship, there is a mutual understanding of exclusivity. We got to stop making people think that they're the only person we're talking to when we know that's not true. A mutual understanding. That is the difference between dating. I don't have to tell you anything extra when dating. Let's just have fun. It is what it is. But if I'm telling somebody we're exclusive, well, then I owe them my allegiance to my words. My words are supposed to make a difference in who I am, what I say, and what I'm trying to do with you. Often we're fusing the two together, and this is what's creating the problem, and why some men, when they hear a woman say she's dating multiple people, they think she's humping multiple people. And she may, and he may be humping, whatever, you're adults. But it should be clear, and the expectations should be clear. That helps save you a lot of the headache that you may be in. Next one, for relationships, long-term perspective. Long-term perspective. Unlike dating, which may be more exploratory and open-ended relationships, often involve long-term perspective. So let me say that again. I want to make sure you got it clear. Unlike dating, which may be more exploratory, an open-ended relationship often involves a long-term perspective. Partners may envision a future together, discuss their relationship goals, plans, and aspirations. When we start talking about what we're planning on doing, we're doing a little bit more than dating. When you start saying, I see us together, I can't wait until we do this, cohabitating. And if you don't know what cohabitating is, when you move that man in. And that is the reason why I have a problem with the Reese Teaser situation. But girl, get your bag. But we can't run past the red flags that within 2.5 weeks, you moved a man into your house. And within 3 months, you were pregnant. Everything else that he was wrong. But we got to look at the red flags at the beginning. Because if we fix those, she's never in that situation. I'm just saying. And unfortunately, when I try to have that conversation with some sisters, they attack me as if I'm attacking a sister. I don't worry about that. But the problem is we got to look at the whole problem. I like to cook. If the cake comes out nasty, I got to look at every step that I did to figure out how my cake didn't come out the way I wanted it. And if I realize I used a spoiled egg at the beginning, well, then that's why none of the rest of the cake came out right. You can't run away from red flags, and just acknowledging the red flags is not enough. You have to actually say to yourself, this is what I'm going to do so those red flags don't come back up again. You moved a man in 2.5 weeks in the middle of a pandemic that nobody knew what to do with. We didn't know if we was going to be here or not. I lost 67 people, including my mom. And some of us have never recovered from that pain of the pandemic. And you moved a man into your house you didn't know. Then you were having raw sex. Let's keep it real, because babies don't pop up if you wrapped up. So how did we get from I like you to take my body wherever you want it to go? So who's telling lies to who? Now I can tell you because I used to be a whore. And I can tell you that when I was whoring, some women, if I didn't want to put something on, they was okay with it. And how do I know? Let's see here. I think it is chapter 3 in my book. Let me see, because I wrote a whole chapter on it, right? I don't want to say the words because it'll get my live banned, but I can show you. And if it's reading it backwards, you can figure out what those were. I wrote a whole chapter on it. Because when you're out in these streets running around and you praying to the panty god, which I was a member of the church every week, impregnations happen. So ABs and miscarriages happen. And the real heartless, hey Josh, the real heartless people have no problem. And I was a heartless dude. And I was at the clinics more than I should have been. And I was at the clinics with multiple people. Hey, Leela. Sometimes I went to one clinic, choices, and everybody from New York, no choices. It is what it is. It's the regular spot. That the woman looked at me with such disgust, like you was just here with somebody else. And now I was young and I was stupid. But I don't care if you judge me. It's okay. I'm now helping try to keep people from that. Anybody who goes into an AB clinic more than once should be checking themselves. And especially if you're a brother, if you were in there multiple times, you nasty, and I was. But I can't help people if I don't address myself. I can't tell you how to fix you if I don't explain to you, one, what I was and how I changed it. That's why I wrote the book. That's the only thing that drives me crazy with that. She got all these people to admit that they're in pain, but how do we fix that? I'm going to show you right here. So the next one, under relationships, what is a relationship compared to dating, guys? Emotional connection. Now, this is a big one when the difference between dating and relationships. And some people get this mixed up because they don't get their emotions under control. Relationships are categorized by a deeper emotional connection and investment in each other's lives. Partners provide support, understanding, companionship to each other through both the ups and downs. That is a relationship. Dating, I ain't got to be there for that. Love, and we just going to hang out, go watch a movie on Friday. We want to do adult things, we do adult things. That's dating. And if I'm honest with you, I'm telling you I'm doing this with multiple people. You take it any way you want to take it. Honesty is required in both dating and relationships. Honesty is required in both. But there are certain lines I don't have to worry about when I'm dating you. There are clear lines I have to respect if I'm in a relationship with you. And just because I'm dating you does not mean I'm in a relationship with you. Male or female. Female, female, male, male. I don't care what you are. I don't even care if you poly. All 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 who may be involved in the mix still need to understand what they're doing. You want to have a walking swing party? Knock yourself out. But everybody got to be honest. And everybody got to understand. This is a casual thing, y'all. Ain't nobody catching feelings, right? We doing the thing. And there's always one person that lies. Male or female. There's always one person goes, yeah, it's casual. And they home. I wonder what she doing. I wonder what he doing. Stop it. Emotional connections are saved for relationships, not dating. Now, that doesn't mean you have to be devoid of emotion when dating. Come on now. We're human. And we want to be open. And we want to be able to enjoy each other's company. But we want to be adults, too. Now, like I said, this is a safe space. I'm not dumbing anything down here. If I'm talking it over anybody's head, this might not be the room for you. And I understand. No disrespect. But we have to, hey, good morning, Donna. We have to start holding each other accountable to what we say we want and who we say we are. Now, any brothers in the room, big boy, you may not be the only brother, because sometimes brothers watch me and they watch from afar because they don't want to say nothing. So any brothers that's watching, I'm going to let you in on a trick. Now, if y'all haven't figured out I was a former player, so I'm going to give you a little trick from my bag as a former player to help every brothers out there watching. Y'all ready for this? Brothers, please get a little closer. Do you know that if you're really truthful about it, most women are cool with it? And you put whatever you want behind the it. Let me say that again. Brothers, get a little closer to your phone. It's sad that I've had 4 children. No one liked to talk to me about dating or vetting someone, and had both parents. And a lot of parents don't know. Trust me, I go through this a lot. A lot of folks just don't know because this wasn't taught to them either. Our grandparents, great-grandparents understood about dating. Somehow we got it screwed up around the time social media showed up around 94, 95. Things changed. Social media messed everything up about 94, 95. But hear me on this. Fellas, get a little closer. If you are 100% honest, I don't care how nasty you think it is. If you're 100% honest, you tell her honestly, I'd like to do the, and then I like to do, and on some days and you're deadly honest about it. Do you know that some women will go, I'm so glad you told me that. Let me tell you what I do and what I would do. And on some days I also, I just didn't want to say nothing because I didn't know what you would think about it. Oh, then let's go then. And you'll still be dating. Here's the mistake that a lot of fellas make. Are you doing this with somebody else? Oh, no, you didn't ask that, bro. Please tell me you didn't ask that. Now she just cut you off. Now you just got cut off. Before you hung up the phone, she just cut you off. The minute you asked that question, are you doing this with somebody else? It's over. She now knows she can't trust you. Don't do it. If you are dating, don't stress her. Ladies, if you are dating, Don't stress him. If what y'all talked about, you are receiving, men or female. But once you say you are exclusive, ramp up the stress. Once you say you the only one I want to be with, and you the only one I want to be with, ramp up the stress. Because now I done put my heart on the table. Now my heart is in this. Before it was another part. Oh, you want the... Oh, we got to talk. Because now I'm emotionally connected. And if nobody told y'all, sex isn't all of that. But this right here, woo. A lot of people don't know, get the heart, the rest of it comes with it. I wanted to tell y'all that. Get the heart, and everything else comes with it. Yes. Hey, how you doing, Lynette? Get the heart, and then connect it to this. You ain't got to worry about the third part. It's coming with it. It's a package. But we stress. Hey, Shelly, but we stress. And we stress something we can't control. That is the difference between relationship and dating. Now, I'm going to give you these last two about relationships. Then I'm going to get into the benefits of messing with a bunch of people. Not a bunch of people. I got two more. All right, here we go. Long-term problem. I got that. Shared responsibilities, guys. The other part of a relationship is shared responsibilities. In a relationship, partners often share responsibilities and make joint decisions about important aspects of their lives, such as finances, living arrangements, and family planning. Unlike dating, in a relationship, partners often share responsibilities, make joint decisions, and important aspects of their lives, such as finances, living arrangements, and family planning. You see why that's different than dating? I ain't got to give you all that information if we're dating. We're just having some fun. But the minute that either one of you have moved this into an exclusivity situation, it is now about the shared responsibilities. You move a man into your house and you don't have clear understanding who he is, you have set yourself up for destruction. You move a woman into your house and you don't know everything about her, you have set yourself up for destruction because the thing was thanging. And you just threw all the other responsibilities out the window. And don't act like we ain't all been there if we adults. Because some of us cannot separate the feelings that come from the thanging to real life living and real life relationships and real life emotions. Real life emotions is the emotion that's connected on how we gonna make this work. How we gonna build on this. I can go hump anybody and have a real good time doing it. But I still gotta go home to a whole life. I still gotta go home to how I'm gonna live, how I'm gonna provide. How am I gonna make me a better me? Do you understand that in a quality relationship, you get to become a better person with the help of somebody else, and so with them. That is why it is a shared situation. Your relationship is supposed to make you better. Dating is not supposed to make you better. Dating is supposed to make you more informed. So I can make the decision if this person has gained their insight to me to get to know me. I can hump you and you still not know me. But if I want to be in a relationship with you, now I'm going to start to open this up and let you see what this is. Too many of us are putting this on the table and this. No, you cannot do that. And you cannot find love south to north. It doesn't work that way. Nah, it doesn't. It really doesn't. That's not the way the map is supposed to work. I see you, Leela. You don't find love south to north. It's north to south. North to south. Many of us are working in the wrong part of the continent. Or we're getting stuck in the wrong area. And we're letting the emotions from that area mess with this and this when it should be reversed. So when you see a lot of young folks traveling and they're telling you all these examples of what to be, I sit back and I go, whoo, y'all don't want an old player to come out of the stands to have a conversation with you because I respect you as a youngster. I love young folks. But there's just some things they haven't experienced. You haven't experienced the recovery from a bad marriage. and what that is to reposition your own emotions to let somebody else come in and then hope that you did it right so they don't put you in the same mistake that you made before. Now, yes, we know bad breakups, but there's something that comes with experience and time so you can learn it. But I got you, Joy. And some young folks have. And that's why we got to talk to them, because if they have, or if they haven't, but they have a good word, pour into them, old heads. Stop hating on them. Ladies, pour into some of these young chicks. Stop telling these young chicks you ain't smelling yourself. Then teach them what it smells like. Fellas, stop telling these young dudes they don't know when half of y'all don't know. Pour into these cats and say, bruh, you don't want to be 50-something and single, bruh. It ain't working, because when stuff is aching and stuff ain't feeling right and you alone, that's a bad place to be. But bruh, when you laying next to your lady and you good and y'all good and the money's good and everything's good, y'all can get up in the morning and just get it in. You ain't got to jump in the shower, no. You great. With no worries. And go right back to sleep. And you save money, because you're not here chasing. We got to have those conversations with our young folks. Stop trying to gatekeep because you bitter or angry, or even worse, you haven't fixed it. And I'm here for that. But young folks, y'all not getting off the hook that easy either. Stop acting like you know. Stop acting like because you humped a couple people and had some things and yeah, you got your degrees. I'm mad at that, mine on the wall too. But you still got to live life. You still have to go through it. And unfortunately, young folks, and it doesn't happen as often, some has, is another thing when you lose your partner. And it has nothing to do with no crime or nothing like that, where God just says, come home. And it's not something you plan for. And youngsters, you got to listen to some of the old heads when they say to you, you're not going to be prepared for that. And we got to have those conversations if we're really going to help them grow and we're going to help ourselves heal. Two things can be going on at the same time, guys. Two things. But many of us don't want to do that. Most of us can't do the one thing. Last thing with relationships, guys. Difference between relationships and dating. Building trust and commitment. Building trust and commitment. Hear me on this last one. Relationships require ongoing effort to build and maintain trust, communication, and commitment. Partners work together to navigate challenges, resolve conflicts, and deepen their bond over time. With dating, I can just walk away tomorrow. In a relationship, you got to stay to fix it, because that's what you said you were going to do. Now, I ain't even get to marriage yet. Marriage is supposed to be the step down the road. Marriage is the solidifier. Marriage is the I'm tired of us not being connected. What if you're not good at communicating? Well, Leela, if you know that from the start, then that is the first place that you start getting professional help and start working on it. There's way too much literature, way too many videos, and way too many good counselors like myself who can help you. So my question to you, Leela, would be this. What are you doing to address what you're not good at? We're all not good at something at the time we're not good at it. But what are you doing to fix that? Many of us will acknowledge what's wrong and do nothing to change it. And getting it out is the first blessing. Next is the work. It's the work. Once you acknowledge it, get somebody to help you. This is what I do professionally. I help people figure out what's blocking them from being the better them, as well as we create a plan on how they can get to meet somebody else. Okay. And speaking of that plan, this is what we're talking about. So what I just gave you is dating versus relationships, guys. So you understand the difference. So now that we understand the difference between dating and relationships, now we're going to talk about the 10 benefits of dating multiple people. Because I wanted to get that on the table, because if I didn't and I just went right into the benefits, some of you would be thinking I'm talking about relationships and miss the meaning. Now, I'm a real educator. I'm a real teacher. And I had fun when I'm in the classroom, but I'm always teaching. When you want to help somebody identify anything, and guys, please understand this, especially here on social media, stop popping into people's pages and telling them what to do, and then you don't actually explain to them how they're supposed to do it. You know, if you just stop eating like that, you would lose some weight. How? What are you offering in terms of assistance? What are you offering in terms of assessment? Meaning, do you have any medical conditions that cause you to eat like that? Have you ever been checked out to make sure? See, a lot of times we don't do any type of assessment. Thank you, no problem. Actually, all my links are in my bio, Leela. I would love to get on a free call with you. Just click on where it says Discovery Call, fill out the form. It'll send me the link, and we'll get on a free call and sit down and talk and see if I'm the person that can help you. I got you. A lot of times, because things are done in public, we feel we can just offer whatever, say whatever to people because they put it out there. But often we're not sharing anything. We're not sharing any information. We're not trying to build them up. We're low-key attacking. And then we figure if we do it with a smile, and this is the best one I love. I don't want to be disrespectful, right? And I don't want to be mean. And I don't want to hurt your feelings, what I'm about to say. But what I'm about to say is going to hurt your feelings. So I'm going to say it anyway, because I don't really give a F about you. And I don't want to be rude, right? But I'm about to be rude. Keep tapping the screen, guys. Let's get to 20K. All you got to do is listen. Most people will give away that they don't know what they're talking about if you listen. And I don't care how compassionate they are, and I don't care how thunderous they are. I don't care about none of that. I'm listening to what you're saying. Most people will give you the who, they'll give you the what, they'll give you the where, they'll give you the when. Who, what, where, and who, what, where, and who, what, where, when. Okay, there we go. But they won't give you the how and the why. You know why? Because that's where the meat is at. That's where the real work is. When you can tell me why I did something, and then when you can show me how I can fix it, that's the work. I want you to start listening to a lot of people who jump on live. They're going to tell you, well, you know when, and you know who, and this is where I did it, and this is when I did it. But they're not going into details on how I fixed that or why that's even a thing for me. They just want to tell you about their own experiences. You see the same thing at church. Pastors are fantastic at communicating how they feel, but they do not tell you how to go home and fix what they just said is wrong with you. I've been trying to get better at explaining myself during interviews, and that's fantastic. One of the first things is have an idea what your talents are, York. Have an idea what your talents are. Actually have an idea of what the position is. Also, do a little research on the company. Check the company's mission statement. Check the company's vision. Work that the vision and the mission statement into what you say about yourself. Case in point, let's say the company's mission statement is to feed 1,000 people to feed 1 million people over the next 10 years through grassroots intervention of the homeless problem in the city. Okay, fine. When you sit down and they say, York, tell us something about yourself. Well, I have a strong belief that if we can help a lot of the homeless people in this city at the grassroots level, and what I do in that reference is I have talents to be able to put dishes together that I find if they're hearty enough, we can really feed people on the grassroots level. Now, I have just spoken to their vision statement and their mission statement. That should hit home with somebody in the interview. Use what people have already given you to present what you're trying to say. And one thing you know better than anybody else is yourself. Never get nervous about talking about yourself. You know that better than anybody else. You're exactly right. The how and the why is the biggest. Yes, and the how and the why is where everybody holds from everybody, Jen. Because a lot of people don't know how, and they don't know why. This is why they come on and they get real loud. Understand that a lot of people will get louder to confuse you. If you watch, and animals do this in the wild, some animals will try to make themselves real big, and they'll make a whole lot of noise to scare you. At the end of the day, what they're really saying is, I'm scared to death myself. I don't know what to do. And if this doesn't work, I'm done. Humans are no different. A lot of humans yell and scream and make a whole lot of noise because they don't know what's wrong with them themselves. They don't understand the pain that they're in. All right, let's see. Verify to continue. Okay, there we go. All right, so we're not at the number yet. We're getting ready to get started, Lucy. I got you. Okay, so guys, here we go. So we know the difference between dating and relationships. I'm going to get ready to get started on the list of 10 advantages of dating multiple people at the same time. But before I do that, let me say thank you to everyone that is here. Thank you for the hearts that are going up on the right side. I am Keith K.L. Belvin, crisis specialist, human service counselor, author, educator. And I am here. If you need counseling, make sure you hit the links in my bio. All my information is there. All my professional information is in the bio. If you believe that you're ready for counseling, let's go. Reach out. I'm here for you. Okay? We're here every Friday, God willing, from 11:30 to about 1:30, something like that. But I am here to help if you will allow me. So if you guys are ready, Let's say I'm ready in the chat. Let's put I'm ready in the chat. And let's get ready to get into the 10 advantages of dating. Because I know some of y'all want to be able to step up your dating game. Now, don't take my information out here and go out here and wild out. Yolanda's ready. Tina's ready. Penn is ready. Ooh, Lord, they just jumped up real quick. Foxy's ready. Woo, Leela's ready. Josh is ready. Jen is ready. Miss Care for You is ready. York is ready. Donna's ready. And Shania's ready. Let's go. Oh, there we go. Lucy's ready. Big Boy is ready. I thought you left me, Big Boy. I'm glad you're hanging in there with me. Let's go. All right, here we go. So number one. All right. Number one advantage of dating multiple people. Oh, I see your locks. Exploring compatibility. All right. One of the advantages, you get to explore compatibility. Tina, you can put these in the chat so they can have the 10. Thank you, love. Number one, the advantages of dating multiple people is you get to explore compatibility. Number one, explore compatibility. You may hear me say it a few times just to give Tina a chance to put it into the chat. Thank you, Leela. Dating multiple people allow you to explore different personalities, interests, and lifestyles, helping you to determine what qualities you value most in a partner and what type of relationship best suits you. Dating multiple people allows you to explore compatibilities. You get to shop. You get to try on some shoes. These pumps look cute, but they hurt my feet. These flats, though. Woo! And these suede joints. Yo, and these leather joints. But wait, the sandals, though. I think I want them all. What you gonna do with all of them? Thank you for the roses, Tina. Good morning, Devlin. Good morning. You might want all those shoes. What you gonna do with all them shoes? That's what I'm talking about. But dating gives you that option. Don't take your options off the table until you found the shoes that you really like. And in this case, date until you have the options or you find what it is that you want and then move into a position of relationship like we discussed. Okay? How many of you struggle with dating with multiple people because it's hey, look at the kiss there. That's what I'm talking about. How many of you struggle with dating multiple people at the same time? And you're somebody that just has to date one after another. Tell me the truth. Come on. Be honest. Thank you. Come on, Foxy. Thank you. How many people struggle with dating multiple people that you kind of date one at a time? Thank you, Miss Careview. Thank you. Got you. And I understand it. Some people like, I don't want all that stress. Me, I get confirmation. Got you. Got you. Shell said me. Shelly said me. It's easy for me at least too. Josh said him. Okay. And there's nothing wrong with that. Me, but I'm tired of starting over. I get it. I struggle with consistency. I got you, Lee. Please understand there's nothing wrong with it, but understand that when you're only dating one person at a time, you're married. So no, Devin, you're with me. We're over to the side. We're helping. Don't you get from on that side of the room. Get over here. We ain't promoting cheating. Get over here. You ain't even supposed to be on that dating side, but you can hang out with me today. You gonna hang out with the teacher today. We married. Married folks, this information ain't for you, married folks. Don't you be taking my information and doing something dirty with it. Don't do that. But guys, understand when you're dating just one person, right? And this is the danger because I got to give it all to you. When you're dating one person at a time, and if that's easier for you, don't change that. But understand when you're doing that, you risk time, wasting time. Because now if you spend 3 months, 2 months dating this person, they turn out to be whack. Now you got to start all over again. Now, if you can't handle multiple people, that's another thing too. Be honest with yourself. Because the key to all of this is being understanding of who you are and how you can handle things. Some people can't handle dating multiple people. I get it. Also, we have to talk about the opportunity for adulting. And if adulting is in the picture and you want to do adult things, some people can't handle doing adult things with more than one person if that's what they're into. Now, some people, you may not be getting none. I get it. And I'm with that. I tell people, hold off. Wait about 6 months. Don't give nothing. A year. You want to be able to figure out what moves you to even make those moves. So if you got a maintenance man, not that I promote that, but if you got a maintenance person, maintenance woman, or maintenance man, I understand. I didn't say I agree. I just said I understand. I know. And don't be saving them in your phone under crazy numbers. Do like Pizza Hut. You ain't calling Pizza Hut 17 times a week. Pizza Hut, and them numbers coming up like 4 times a day. You got an eating condition then, huh? You might need to go to a therapist. You call the Pizza Hut a lot. I don't see no Pizza Hut boxes here either. No, I'm just joking. All right, Walgreens. So you're like, yeah, you got a whole lot of prescriptions. Something I need to know about. All right, so number two of the 10 advantages of dating multiple people simultaneously, right? Number 2 is avoiding premature commitment. I had to be careful how I said that. Avoiding, happy Friday, Benita. Avoiding premature commitment. Whew. I want to say that slow. I ain't saying that 3 times fast. Might mess around and say something else. Whole live get banned. Avoiding premature. I keep saying it over again so I get comfortable so I don't say something else. But avoiding premature commitment. By dating multiple people simultaneously, you can avoid rushing into a committed relationship before you are truly ready. This allows you to take your time getting to know potential partners and ensure that you are making a well-rounded decision. Now, please understand, guys, a lot of times when some people hear you're dating a lot of people, they automatically assume that you are sleeping with a lot of people. And that is not the case. And now, brothers, I hate to say this, but the men in the room, Josh, big boy, I know we got a couple others that are watching. Stop assuming when a woman tells you she is dating multiple people that she is humping all of them. Women are more selective than dudes. Stop thinking they're just giving it away. And if you happen to be lucky enough that she decided to adult with you, do not trip and think that she's adulting with everybody else. You, bruh, have moved up the list and you were at the top of the list. Don't get yourself kicked down to the bottom where you're like this. How come she don't call me? Who all them other dudes? Bruh, just walk away. It's over. You lost your spot. You lost your spot. Just give it up. Have you had clients that are celibate and have a hard time finding a person? Yes, fashionista. I have actually quite a few clients that are celibate and they struggle with 2 things. 1, finding people who respect their celibacy, and 2, fighting with the flesh when they have those Love Jones nights when they're upstairs rubbing the pillow between their knees, not wanting to go out here and break that celibacy. So yes, I've had clients that deal with that. And it is a struggle, especially if you're a person that has sampled and enjoyed yourself at one point, but now you want to shut that off. It's not like the body's going to work with you, but you can fight with your mind on that. And yeah, so I got that because we're not, or just about everybody here. Well, yeah, a lot of people are, but there's a lot of people that's not. And also remember that some people will take on a look of certain parts because, ladies, let's keep it very clear. And I want to say this. So to the ladies, please pay attention to this. Y'all do not treat men with the same, and I'm saying y'all, not everybody. Some of you do not treat men with the same respect when they say they're celibate compared to when you say you're celibate. A lot of y'all disrespect brothers when they say they're not humping. You actually will say something like, so what's wrong with you? And we have to get away from that. We have to give people a smooth landing to be able to be them. We have to be able to have open conversations with men when they say, I'm just not having sex with nobody. I've even heard, and I have been out, and sometimes I go, ouch, when I hear it. I heard a brother say, I'm just not having sex right now because I've been through a whole lot and I just ain't out here trying to do anything. And I heard a sister say, what's wrong with you? You got something? And I was like, God damn, pardon my life. I wanted to put my counselor hat and turn around and put them both in a session. Bruh, leave her and sis. Why you gonna do that to the brother? And then I had to remember, I was just there trying to get a meal. It wasn't for me. And when you have ADD, right, I can hear everything in the restaurant. So my wife said, leave it alone, leave it alone. I was like, she's like, sit down, shut up. Shut up. And I was like, hey, what's going on, Samantha? Can I get another drink over here? Because I could hear the deflation from the brother because I heard him go, got something? Well, why would you say that? And she's like, I'm just saying. I was like, no, you're not just saying. You just stabbed that brother in the abdomen. No. Ooh, I can't say that. I forgot I'm on TikTok. I am building my private spot. I'm so tired of worrying about what I say on somebody's foolish app. I am building my app. Y'all, trust me, stay tuned. And ladies and gentlemen, please stop projecting how we feel onto somebody else that you are only dating, if they tell you that is their position, even if you don't 100% agree with it, just say, okay, that's interesting. I may not agree with that, but if that's your positioning, why don't you tell me how that works for you? Why don't you tell me, do you struggle with that? Because I know a lot of men that would have a problem with being celibate. Have honest conversations. We're adults, damn it. Everything ain't got to be something's wrong with somebody because they're not the norm. I am the most non-conformingest guy on the planet. I hate line dancing because I hate to see people all dancing the same way. And I damn sure hate trends. And I hate lip syncing. So no, don't ask me to go to karaoke. I'll get angry. You don't sound like no Janet Jackson. You ain't no Tina Marie. Put that mic down. That's me. I like to listen to the originals. I like originality. I don't like lip syncing. When I'm here on this app, I hate all the lip syncing. Not to do what you do. I'm just telling you what I don't like. Don't cancel me because I don't like it. If a man or woman tells you that they have backed away from doing anything physical, one, respect that. Compliment them on that and say, you're better than me. I could not do that. By saying that, you're quietly letting them know that doesn't work for me. Because if you know someone can go without it, then all of a sudden, yes. And ladies, stop having those conversations about how long you've been without to some men until you've gotten a chance to know them. Because some men, when they hear that, will lock in on you just to be the dude who brings you out of that without actually caring about you. And they also know when you say, I've been celibate for 3 years, 4 years, 5 years, 6 years, 7 years, they will then try to activate your body to work against you. They will literally kiss you harder, touch you more, literally talk more seductively and sometimes outright nasty to try to get your body to work for them. How do I know that? I wrote a book about it. Want to hear it? Here it go. And I am telling you, master manipulators, the more information that you give, the more avenues you give me to work with. Tell me you haven't done something for 7 years, but you still want to do a little intimate kissing and stuff like that. Okay, cool. I'm going to see if I can charge you up, and then I'm going to stop, leave you right there. And what I'm hoping is that when you go in the room, it'll be just like in the movie Love Jones. She's upstairs going, oh my God, I really want some. He's downstairs going, oh, I can't believe she don't give me none. They both want the same thing, but they're in different rooms. And a good manipulator, very true relationship guy, Gumbo, a true manipulator will turn your body into the greatest ally that they have seen. They want you struggling. They want you walking through the door. Girl, why was he about to get it right up against the door of my house and I lived in an apartment, so it wasn't even my house? Girl, and my rose isn't even charged. What am I going to do? Your spidey senses may be on point, Tina, but if you allow yourself to be in a situation where your body starts to fight against you, that is the problem. Amen, because I always brought up with that, if you're so easy men that they would keep, okay, got you. The guy argument must be pretty strong because my electric is stuffed cookie to fire. Okay, now, let me tell you about electrics, right? The rose is a fantastic toy. It doesn't beat being held. It will never beat physical contact. It's great for stimulation. The rose will never compete with physical contact. The rose can't beat a kiss on the neck. The rose can't beat someone holding you around the waist. The rose can't compete with somebody putting their hand on the small of your back and you smelling their scent, their cologne, their natural scent. It also cannot compete with the pulsating of a heart connected to your heart or the breathing that comes from the excitement of the situation. It is great for stimulation. But as we all know, fellas, get a little closer. Fellas, get a little closer. You can actually overstimulate a woman too, fellas. Know when to back away. Know when to back away, guys. Know when she says stop, stop. Know when she says right there. Stay right there. This right here is your greatest weapon in the bedroom, fellas. This right here. I'm letting you know some secrets today. This right here. And the more intelligent the woman is, this right here, she will show you. And if she's really good, she'll teach you. True, but let me go back and read the comments. I'm sorry. True, but when you think about some of the headaches, the electronics come back into play. Oh no, the electronics are good. I'm sorry, fashionista. Thank you, Foxy. This is GameKeep. Thank you, Tina. Thank you, Devlin. Yes, big boy, the ears. Listen to me, guys. And again, I'm going back to the list in a second. You know how many times I've been at clubs and I watch men do all this talking, and I'm watching the lady's body language. And I'd wait till the brother walk away, and I'd come over and say, sister, I'm real sorry. I don't even know what he was saying to you, but I'm real sorry. Can I buy you a drink? And when they buy the drinks, I just wanted to come over and apologize for the way you act. Hopefully I'll get to see you for the night's over. And then I leave. He bought me a drink, and he don't intrigue. Now she's guessing. Wait a minute. And she might just drink the drink. Cool. What did I lose? $8, $9, $10? If I'm in a club worried about $8, $9, $10, I don't need to be in the club. But what I did was, it was a gentlemanly gesture. I've also now put that dude in a box. Because if he comes back, he's not me. He didn't offer a drink. He came over and was thirsty, breathing all over. I'm sitting back and chilling. So when she sees me and sees that there's no woman sitting with me, she might even come over and ask, well, why did you bring me a drink and just walk away? I didn't want to take from your time. I didn't want to be rude. I just saw the way that guy was acting and felt something had to be done. What's your name? Listen for the giggle guys. Yeah, but the giggle guys might be like me who are just enjoying it. But yeah, listen to giggles. But you want to see everything. You want to see everything and then go from it. Don't just hear, learn to listen. Yeah, you have to, but you have to hear it first. You got to pay attention. Whatever works, guys. Because at the end of the day, a person's going to show you who they are. But the bigger question is, are you in control of you? And if you're in control of you, it don't make a difference. Let me tell you something. The women who I found the most respect for when I was really out whoring, the women who were firm in their understanding of themselves, the women with the strong backbones that no matter how smooth, no matter how much the Jean Paul smelled good, no matter how much they thought I looked okay for a big guy, which I look handsome regardless, big guy or not. The women who were about themselves was always better to talk to because they were firm, which then we could have real conversations. None of the BS. Those conversations trigger a better understanding, which then triggers more fun. But you need to make sure that the person you're talking to is of that quality. A lot of people don't get that. All right. I can see why you went from there. Yes, 37 years, I was a super whore. Last 19 years, I've been a man of God. Men do change. So ladies, stop saying men don't change. We do. Our nature doesn't change, but our mindset does. I'm still smooth. I'm still flirtatious. I just serve the Lord. I don't want you. I don't need your panties. I'm good. But I am still a person that if I wanted to could talk you out of them, but why would I need to? I'm happily married. Now my job is to help teach other men and young ladies how to keep the panties on until they're ready. So my mindset has changed. My nature is still my nature. All right. So number 3. All right. Number 3 on the advantages of dating multiple people. You broaden your social circles. All right. Number 3, broaden. Keep tapping the screen, guys. Come on. We're over 20K. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Let's keep going. We got a long way to go. Number 3, broadening your social circles. Broadening. We're not buying people in the social circles, Tina. We're not that type of live. Broadening. we don't want to start buying. We're not doing that. We're not promoting that. But dating multiple people introduces you to a broader network of individuals, and it expands your social circles and exposes you to new experiences and perspectives. The more you expound yourself and the more you broaden yourself, the more options you have given yourself and the more opportunities you have created. I know I'm going to stop talking. My wife jokes about that. Stop talking like you got mud in your mouth. She always says, how can you be intelligent and be mumbling? I apologize, Tina. But broadening yourself, guys. And also, the more avenues, big boy, this is one for you to the question that you asked earlier. The more you expand your connection to new people, the more opportunities that you create to find someone that you're going to enjoy being with. There is no aspect of life that there's not someone from the opposite sex involved in it. There's always somebody. There's always somebody there that you could meet that's involved in anything that you like. You just have to be prepared to have a conversation. And that's the thing that's missing, guys. A lot of people don't know how to converse anymore. And a lot of people don't know how to converse without it turning into a sexual thing. That's weak and it's tired and it's old. Stimulate a person with real conversation. Stimulate a person with an understanding of yourself so deep that they scare themselves off and go, nah, she ain't gonna be bothered with me. I'm gonna go ahead and go because yeah, she deep, he deep. Do you know that intelligence scares off the ignorant person? People run away, ignorant people run away from intelligent people, or they try to disrespect them, which is funny because all you got to do a lot of times is just sit back and use the very words that they're saying and then they still get disrespected. But your tongue got to be sharp too, just saying. But yeah, big boy, that's all. You have to expand. And if you know the problem, there you go. That's your fix. If you know the problem, start fixing it. And one of the things that you do is expand what you listen to, expand what you read, and then expand your circles. Sometimes just show up at something. Everything doesn't have to be something that you like, because if you've never experienced it, how you know you're not going to like it? I have a thing with Brussels sprouts, right? I don't really like Brussels sprouts. But last night at a client's house, her son is a chef. He made these Brussels sprouts in balsamic vinegar and some couscous and turkey chops. I was like, they asked me if I want some, and I was getting ready to go home, and they said, Mr. Keith, you never eat with us. I said, I know, I'm here to just take care of business. And the son said, no, Mr. Keith, I've already made your plate. You're going to stay and have dinner with us. I said, okay. Let me tell you something. I'm so glad he didn't tell me that those were Brussels sprouts ahead of time, because my mind would have quickly gone, no, ew. Yeah, I was halfway in. I said, what is it? He said, those are Brussels sprouts. And I had to catch myself. I was about to lie to myself and go, oh, these are nasty. I can't lie and say these are nasty. These were great. And let me tell you what's funny. I said, oh, y'all got me in trouble now. He said, why? I said, now I got to call my wife and tell her I just had Brussels sprouts. And she's been trying to feed me these for 24 years, excuse me. So when I called her, let me tell you what my wife said when I called. I said, honey, I just had some Brussels sprouts that was working. She said, oh, you did, huh? And she said, and you got something for me? I was like, I can't ask the people for more to take with me. I probably could have, but I didn't want to do that. My wife didn't even care that I was eating them. She's like, you ain't bring them? Because she figured if I'm eating them, they got to be good. So she wanted some. But I told her, I told the client, let me know, have your son email me the recipe, and I'm going to recreate that for my wife. So I'm going to get the recipe, and I'm going to cook those Brussels sprouts the same way he did. I'm going to make them for my wife. Or at least I'm going to try. Now I have to force myself to be able to try them the second time, because now I know they Brussels sprouts. It's going to be hard. But to the point that I'm getting at, guys, broaden your social circles. Broaden who you spend time with. The more you broaden yourself, open yourself out, and get off of this. Turn this off and get out into creation. Get out there. Stop trying to get everything virtual. Get your butt out there and sit across from somebody. And if you're scared, put a mask on. Or go ahead and get a jab. I got the jab. I've been jabbed 3 times. I'm about to go get another jab just to make sure. Because now everybody got the flu or something that looks like the flu out here. Get out here and meet people. Get out here and do some things. Get out here and try some things you've never tried. And here's the crazy part. Most of the time when you go to new places, the people who are organizing the events, when they see new people who look unsure, they'll come over. But just don't be antisocial. Don't go to a place and still be antisocial and then pat yourself on the back by saying, at least I made it. No, go and open up and enjoy the whole thing. Hey, keep tapping the screen, guys. I don't see any hearts going up. Come on now. Let's go. Me and my husband still have date night. And you're supposed to, Devin. Let's go. Devin, now we can talk as the married folks. My wife and I have date night too. And my wife's 9 years younger than me, so I got to be on my game. I'm just saying. She 9 years younger than me. I can't be out here sloughing off. And she knows she can find somebody faster than me. I mean, I'm a handsome dude, but she's gorgeous. Lord, please. She'll find somebody before I do. So I got to make sure she don't want nobody else. I'm good at what I do. If I'm going to be retired from the game, that don't mean the game is retired inside me. I'm just saying. All right, here we go. Number 4. And again, this is to everybody who struggles with dating. So check this out, guys. This will help you for you guys that only want to date one at a time, right? So let's go. Number 4, boost your self-confidence. One of the advantages of dating multiple people is you get a boost to your self-confidence. Boosting your self-confidence. Boosting your self-confidence. Thank you, Tina. Interacting with multiple potential partners can boost your self-confidence and self-esteem, and you receive validation and interest from different people. I have no problem with you guys who said you only date one person. I get it. But when you date multiple people, hey, that can be a way to build your self-esteem up, because 4 people telling you look good is better than 1, especially when you're not exclusive with anyone. I need to find myself. I'll tell you how you do that, Donna. You go get you a new dress, and you go get you some nice shoes, and you put that dress on, them shoes on, in the mirror at the spot first. And I want you to look in that mirror and be like, ooh, when I get my hair done, or when I get that new wig, they're going to have a problem with me. And then you pick somewhere within the next 3 weeks that you are going to wear that dress and them shoes and get your hair done, get the face beat, or get the new wig, whatever it is. And you go. And you show up. And all I want you to do is just walk through the door. And here's what I want you to look for. I want you to make eye contact with people. And here's what I want you to look for. If somebody's wearing glasses and they go, or somebody takes their glasses off because they want to get a better look at you. There you go. And you're not doing it just for the validation. You're doing it just so you can get out the house and look good doing it. And then just enjoy yourself. The rest will take care of itself. Confidence garners attention. Confidence grabs attention. And then when you can connect confidence to the way that you speak and the two mirror each other, people will respond. I can tell you that wholeheartedly. Sometimes I forget that I'm a big guy. I really don't. I am. And I've never allowed me being a big guy to make me feel I'm less than in any room that I'm in. Never. And I've never felt there wasn't a woman I couldn't get close to. Never. Now, do every woman find me attractive? Not at all. Do some women not like big guys? Yeah, of course. Do some women love big guys? Yeah. But here's what I found. When I walk through the door with this Barry White voice of mine, and I dress good for a big dude. First of all, I spend money on real clothes, not off the rack stuff. Suits are tailored. And when you can sit down and then you have the confidence of speech and some Jean-Paul Gaultier, fellas, let me put you on to something. This little man right here and Dolce & Gabbana, those two right there, right? This little man right here, all right? And Dolce & Gabbana is another one. Or you find your local African spot, and you keep some of this. Any one of the oils is good, but just don't get something too heavy. You want a spring-like scent. Look for the Jean-Paul Gaultier version of anybody that sells oils. It's a lighter scent. And don't slather on. A little bit on each side of your neck. Your pheromones will take care of the rest. When you look good, smell good, and sound good, fellas, just be there. Another thing, fellas, learn to be okay with dancing by yourself. But not off to the side. Go right to the middle of the dance floor and work it out. Somebody will come over and work it out with you. I know you ain't out here by yourself. Where your wife at? I ain't married. Yes, talk to. All right, chat. Before I go any further, this is just for the ladies. Oh, you got to have a good spirit. Definitely. I'm not sending no negative spirits out there. Thank you, definitely. Yeah, we ain't sending the negativity out there. Leave that at home. Ladies, help me out. A man with a nice scent and a nice voice, what does that do when y'all meet? Fellas, please pay attention. Watch this, fellas. ladies, help me out. Good smelling man, nice voice, and he comes, you get close to him. What does that do, ladies? Help me out. Help, there you go. Fellas, you watching? This ain't about me. Look at what the ladies are saying. Find the scent that works with your pheromones. Don't just buy what's popular. Buy what you know. There you go. You want to get a little closer. If he's not with somebody, there you go. Thank you. Come on, fashionista. It's appealing. Come on now. Makes me more. Come on now. Fellas, I hope you're watching. And I didn't pay anybody to say all that. I have been in supermarkets and somebody go, what is that you wearing? I go, Jean Paul. Ooh, it smells good. Thank you. And keep it moving. Don't be thirsty. Unless you're looking to date and say, I appreciate that. Make eye contact, always. And another thing, too, not like this. Don't stare at women. Stop with the cavemanning. Learn how to be seductive, fellas. Don't stare across the room and you like looking like Ronnie from Power. Now you're giving creepy vibes. Don't I just scared you. Don't give creepy vibes. Don't be that dude. Don't let what's that Jeffrey Abbott that comes on? I've been watching you from across the. No, you don't watch nobody. Be coy. Sometimes if you make eye contact, break it a little bit and smile, and then come over and say, "I'm sorry." Learn to be able to approach a woman. There's too much of that out. Yeah, there's a lot of creepy out there, and unfortunately, I think social media has given birth to all the creepiness because nobody's required to be themselves anymore. So people get caught up into their screen names, or they get caught up in this. And the pandemic didn't help either, Shania. And that's something I talked about when I was working with the ATF 2 years ago. We talked about the dangers of what people are becoming because of social media, and that people are losing the skills of being interactive in public, which is creating an increase in crime. You just saw it in New York. God bless the mom that lost both her daughters because some dude didn't know how to take rejection. And I'm not for vengeance, right? But the Brooklyn that I grew up in, you'd have to move. And I'm going to leave that right there. I'm not going to say anything else. I'm not about vengeance. But the Brooklyn I came up in, the South Jamaica, Queens, New York that I grew up in, and the Brooklyn that I grew up in, a dude would have harmed two young ladies because he didn't know how to take rejection, would have had to move. I'm just saying. And I'm not just saying that as a father of a daughter. There you go, Lucy. I'm saying it as a cat from the city. I'm 56 years old, and I've only been in Delaware 8 years. The way I was brought up, a soft dude like that harms two young ladies and takes those lights off the planet? Nah, he'd have to move. He'd have to move. I don't even know his friends would be scared. I'm from Queens. Okay, got you. Oh, okay, Devlin. Let's go. We're in Queens. I'm from South Jamaica, lived in Rochdale and on Sumter Boulevard. I'm just saying, and when I heard that story, my heart went out to the mom because I understood and felt every bit of that pain. As a crisis specialist, I know the work that whatever counselor is going to work with her is going to have to do, and it's not something that I don't think she'll ever know. What part of? Okay, got you. And it's just very difficult. But let's get back. Let's get off the sad subject. I don't want to mess up. I don't want to trigger anybody. All right, here we go. Number five. We talked about broadening your and this is one of my favorites. Number four. It's number 4, I think, right, Tina? Boosting self-confidence. Yeah, number 4. Boosting self-confidence. Believe it or not, boosting self-confidence. Believe it or not, interacting. Number 4. Thank you, Foxy. So boosting self-confidence is number 4 of the advantages of dating multiple people. Interacting with multiple people and potential partners can boost your self-confidence and your self-esteem as you receive validation and interest from different people. And I think I covered that. I got it. But when somebody is telling you look good and multiple people telling you look good and you know they don't all hang out, You might have something going on. Hey, y'all keep tapping that screen. Y'all done got a little lazy on me here. Come on. Tap the screen. We're over 20. We're going to keep going. Let's see if we can go to 40. Let's keep going. And self-esteem is important, guys. And as Cat Williams once said, it is esteem of yourself. It is. You have to be okay with you. Now I'm going to ask a very, very difficult question. You do not have to answer if you don't want to, because I don't want to trigger anybody. How many of you in the chat, be honest with me, at times struggle with self-esteem? Your confidence wavers a little bit. Mine is weak. I got you, Donna. Put it in the chat if at times you struggle with your self-esteem. Thank you, Lucy. And I got you, Donna. And it takes time to build if it's not there. Some people ask me, how did I get so confident? I'm borderline arrogant at times. Wait, I lost. Thought we were at 5. Yeah, you were at 5. I got it. I'm going back. I was just going over 4. I'm going to go to 5 in a second, Tina. I got you. Old self creeps back. I got you. And you got to fight that, because self-esteem, low self-esteem, if you suffered from that, will creep back if you start to have doubts. Learn how to douse the doubts. Get rid of them. Always had it. I got you, Yolanda. And again, this is why it's important to find things you enjoy doing, because when you enjoy doing it, your esteem is automatically high. When you're coming into a new environment, I know it can be scary, but remind yourself why you're there. Positive self-talk is necessary when dealing with esteem issues. How you speak to yourself. Do you know how many people out here go, oh, I'm so stupid. Oh, I'm just so dumb. Oh, I deserved it. Oh my God, I ain't never gonna find nobody. Stop pouring negativity into yourself. Your inner voice is the loudest. And that is why if you're talking to yourself and somebody's talking and they go, you listening to me? Go, yeah, what'd you say? You cannot overhear somebody else inside your head. Your inner voice is the loudest. Make sure that inner voice is positive and strong. I am borderline arrogant. Can you tell? But I control that because I don't want to seem like I'm overconfident, but at times I am, because I'm just cool with me. But there was a lot of times I was fearful because I allowed myself to think certain things, and I had to catch myself. I'm a plus size woman. My self-esteem is off. You are a beautiful woman of size. Let's change that. And you are as beautiful as you need to be to yourself. And trust me, there are men out there that love a full-figured woman. Sexy for me starts at size 16. And the fact that I know what a size 16 is, yes. And I've been with women that's up to size 30, 32. And you don't mess with no woman size 32 if you don't know what you're doing. You get a 32 riled up and you don't know what you're doing, you might not make it. I'm just saying. There's men out there. There's tons. There's tons of people who love who you are. You just got to find them. Got to find your tribe. And being full-figured is just a description. How you feel about you doesn't change anything. Unless when you feel about you, do you cause other people to see you the way you see yourself? I'm in the process of getting my girl. Okay, nothing wrong with that, Red Boss. Fix the things you need to fix, guys. Fix that. Like when I started losing my hair around 13, I think I started having like a little receding hairline. I was one of those kids that had like a little receding hairline at 12, 13. I cut it all. I've been rocking the baldy since about 14 years old. I used to have earrings and I still look sexy in them. My wife actually wants me to go back to having my ears pierced. I just felt at this point in my life, there's no reason. But if I was to do it, it's because she wants it. She likes it. She likes the way I look with my ears pierced. And when I had both my ears pierced, I was sexy. And my wife actually wants me to look sexy all the time. She says all the time, she says, I want women looking at you. Because then you coming home with me. I said, so you still on some vanity stuff? She said, no, I just like seeing you sexy. And I had to learn, fellas that are listening listen to women. When a woman says that salmon shirt will work, trust it will work. Don't say, I ain't wearing pink. Listen. Salmon is not pink, but pink works. Let the woman show you. Let her tell you. They know. Salmon with the right colored pants and shoes. Woo! and the first thing they go, what do you know about salmon? Who picked that shirt out for him? We got to have that conversation. Not everybody can carry salmon. Come on, Lucy. So when they see you in salmon, they see it working, they go, all right, he got sisters, a mom, or somebody, because he didn't just go pick that. They want to know. Who picked that shirt out for you? I'm sorry. Why? Do you want to know? Because it looked nice. Okay, cool. How about just give me that comment? Why you want to know who picked my shirt out? You picking out the next one? Maybe. Okay, let's talk about it. What are you doing right now? Thank you, Donna. It's all in your delivery, but it's more in how you feel about you. I love me. I do. I love me. I've always loved me. I love me way too much. That's why I was out here making babies. That's why I was out here running these streets. Because I didn't realize I was hurt. And I was acting out my hurt and being hypersexual. But I've always loved me. Even when I thought people didn't understand me, I still loved me. That's what kept me going. But I've gone through pains and a lot of other things. What I've learned is that I had strong women behind me, even when I didn't have my father. So when my father and I reconnected at 39, I wasn't bitter. I wanted to fix this because I was good with me. Please understand, we are in control of our healing. I can only help you heal. I can help create the plan. You have to act out the deeds of getting yourself to the position of being happy. No one can make you happy. Let me just say this before I go on to number 5. No one can make you happy. They can only assist you in being happy. No man, no woman on this planet can make you happy. They can assist you in being happy once you know what happy is. What I mean by that is once you can explain to the person that you are with what makes you happy, they can enhance that. They can offer something to that. But they don't make you happy. You make you happy. And then you teach somebody what you need to be happy. You have to show somebody what you need. All right, here we go. Number 5. And again, let's go to what I'm already saying. Learning about yourself. One of the advantages of dating multiple people is you're going to learn about yourself. Number 5, Tina. Learning about yourself. Number 5 is learning about yourself. Dating multiple people provides self-discovery and personal growth opportunities. You may learn more about your preferences, boundaries, and relationship needs by interacting with different individuals. Do you know that if you aren't sure of some of the things that you want for you, when you date other people and they start to tell you like what are some of the things they like in relationships, they may hit on things you never even thought about. Now, I don't advocate any one particular thing over another, but if you ask me, I'm a person of faith. So my position is one that's based on faith positionings, and I happen to be a Christian. So mine is going to be based on a Christian faith. But I know polyamorous people who are in great relationships, and that works for them. That wouldn't work for me. But one of my partners, he was introduced to a polyamorous relationship because the young lady he was talking about said, "Is that something that you've ever considered?" He said, "Nah, I can't even see why that would be good to me." Well, not only did she offer him an understanding, she allowed him to get into it with her, and he never actually thought he would be in a relationship with him. Another guy and her would all enjoy each other's company. They do. And I have other polyamorous friends who it might be 2 females and a male. That works for them. But you don't know what you don't know until you actually get involved. You know what you don't know until you get out there and get involved in it. And you have to, guys. Now, I'm not advocating polyamorous relationships. Let me just say that. I am saying I understand them and I respect them. My decisions are different than other people's, but I don't knock your choices. You may ask me, do I agree with it? And I'll tell you no. And it's okay to not agree with something and still be cool with the people. Do y'all understand that? That it is okay to be opposite what somebody else feels and be okay with them? Love the person, not the sin. Many of us struggle with that. If we hate what they do, we hate them. And I go, what Bible you reading? That ain't the Jesus I know. I tell folks all the time, just like my LBGTQIA people, we're cool. I may not wear your flag or go to the parades, but that don't mean I ain't going to jump out the car and protect you if somebody trying to harm you. And I don't have to project my faith onto you if that's who you are. Cool. You still got to be protected and loved. I just don't have to agree with how you choose to express your love. But you have the right to be that, and it should be protected. We got church folks trying to set people to the stakes and set them on fire. And yet they on wife number 6. Make it make sense. We going to talk about that another day. Moving on to number 6. One of the biggest things that comes from it, Dating multiple people. Y'all ready for number 6? Have fun. Having fun, Tina. Number 6. And it's water, guys. I don't want y'all to think I'm in here wilding out. I don't drink until the evenings. Having fun. Dating multiple people can be enjoyable and exciting, offering a variety of experiences and adventures. It allows you to engage in different activities and create memorable moments with partners. You went to Aspen with so-and-so. You went to Jamaica with so-and-so. You went to California with so-and-so. You went up to New York with so-and-so. And you had a great time in all different places with different people. That does not make you negative. It makes you broadening your boundaries. Your experience in life. You just have an experience with multiple people. And what you do with those multiple people, you are an adult. I'm on YouTube. My link is in my bio, Glory. Click on the link for my bio. It'll take you to my YouTube channel. And this will be up for replay sometime this weekend if I don't do it tonight. It'll be up there sometime this weekend. This show here, all my shows are put over there if you want to go see them all. Have fun, guys. Sometimes we forget as adults. We still supposed to have fun. When people ask me why I have so much fun with the kids in my mentor program, I'm a big kid at heart. At my daughter's birthday party last week, I was having a ball with the kids. And when I was in the classroom for 24 years and in the hallways as a dean, I have fun. Life is too short. I play too much, actually. I've had people say, you playing with God. You need to stop playing with God. How you a man of God? And I'm like, my gosh, do you rest? You don't have fun no more? Some folks believe that when you become saved, you just can't live life. No. You can live life. The question is, where are you with you? And it baffles me how many church folks forget they weren't saved at one point. It's like the person who loses the weight and then wants to crap on big folks. Weren't you fat? Wait a minute. You was fat. You got slim. And now you attacking fat people? How'd that work? If anybody should be leading the charge to help them, it's somebody who used to be like them. I don't understand that part. So for me, my history of being a sinner is so vast that when I have a conversation, I am glorifying God by saying he ain't kill me. He's using me. And some people want to turn their nose up. I don't know. You seem like you're still caught up in that flesh. Really? Says the person who's offering no compassion. I don't know what Bible you reading. Where's the compassion? Where's the forgiveness? You can love R&B. Let me tell you something. Here's the thing with music, right? What are you thinking when you hear the music, and what are you doing with the music? Some of us are built to hear things that don't even bother us. Some of us, if we know that we're weak to certain things, need to pay attention to that. I can go in environments that other Christian folks can't go. A stripper can call me, Keith, I need you to come help me. I need somebody to pray with me. I can walk in a strip club and have no problems. Now, somebody will see me going into the strip club and go, see, I told you. I knew he wasn't righteous. Yeah, have no idea why I was going in there. And that's okay. Because I'm not going to go in there and flip out because I know why I'm there. I am the person that the churches reach out to and they go, I don't know how to deal with this sexual issue. I'm sending them to you. Let's have that conversation. Why? Because I've already let people know what my testimony was. I've already let people know the numbers of women that I used to be with. I've already let people know about the ABs and the miscarriages and everything in between, the number of babies and all that other stuff. Because if I've already told you what my sins were, you can't use them against me. And you can't make me feel bad about what you think about me. Now, my church folks, get a little closer. I'm going to give you something to hit them with before we go on to number 7. When they start getting at you, right? You go, you read your Bible? They're going to say, yeah, every day, like I'm supposed to. And you ain't got no problem reading 19 of the 26 epistles of the New Testament by a guy who murdered men, women, and children? You ain't got no problem with that? But you mad at me? I don't understand it. Nigga, what you talking about? A church old head said, don't you go in there. A devil is going to attack you. Yeah, he's going to attack you because you soft. And they go, what you talking about? I go, Paul killed 19. He killed men, women, and children, but wrote 19 epistles of the New Testament. The 26 books of the New Testament, Paul wrote 19 of them. He knocked off men, women, and children, right? In the name of the Romans, right? And they go, yeah, you know that, right? And you have no problem. You read it all, right? It's God breathed, right? And here you are judging me? Okay. Anyway, they ain't got to worry about hearing it. Listen, church folks did Jesus in. They just convinced the Romans to do the deed, but it was church folks. People are going to dislike what makes them feel uncomfortable. Please understand that, guys, when you're dating also. And ladies, please be safe. There are a lot of men who don't know how to deal with rejection. Men, be careful. There are a lot of women who don't know how to deal with rejection because they've dealt with a lot of men who gave them what they wanted because they were scared to deal with them. When you run into these people, you put your life in danger because they may not know how to deal with you, male or female, when you say, no, you can't have, or no, I'm not with that. Please understand that. And as a man of faith, I have no worry about judgment because my focus is on the one that was sent to save us. If I focus on him, I'm not worried about how people move. Now, sometimes people think I play too much, but I play as much as a fox plays. And I play as much as a spider plays. A spider lays back in the cut. And when you get caught in the web and you start to shake, you stick yourself. And the spider still doesn't move quickly. You know why? He already has you. The spider takes its time because you can't go nowhere. And then it slowly wraps you up. And the spider wins. And as a fox looks crazy, but a fox is actually smart about what they do. I'm smart about what I do, and I'm sharp at what I do. And I don't need to go at someone to put them exactly where I need them to be, especially some of my church brothers and sisters. They're only repeating what they've heard from their church leader. Many of them haven't read the Bible all the way through. They've read some scripture. Another live for another day. Let's go on to number 7. So y'all with me? Let's go. If y'all still with me, say yes. Don't worry, Montana, we got you. If y'all still with me, say yes. Come on, there's a 7. Let's go. Put some 7s up. Let me see if y'all with me. There we go. Y'all still with me, say yes. Let's go. I love it. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Here we go. Number 7 in the 10 ways of the 10 advantages of dating multiple people. Who put number 8? Lucy, don't jump ahead. You better come on back and join the class. Number 7, it reduces pressure, whether you want to believe that or not. Number 7, reducing pressure. No is beginning to trigger. No is beginning to be a trigger sensitive. Yes, and it is, but we can't let that get in. And I'm so glad you said that, Fashion. I'm gonna come back to that in a second. Let me finish this one for number 7. I'm gonna come back to that because that is a great point. And I don't want to miss that, but I want to do this first. So, reducing pressure. Dating multiple people can alleviate the pressure of putting all your romantic hopes on one individual. It allows you to relax and enjoy getting to know different people without feeling overly invested in one relationship. Believe it or not, dating multiple people takes the pressure off you. Oh, you don't want to go out with me tonight? Oh, please, I got a bunch of people. Let's go. I told her. And now I told him, and he act like, okay, I got options. It takes the pressure off you. Somebody can't put you in an emotional blackmail situation when you date multiple people, male or female. Keep tapping the screen, guys. And the reason why, when you give yourself options, can't nobody hold you in place. And they're not supposed to hold you in place anyway. But when you're dating multiple people, you are in control of you. You know what? Okay, A don't want to go out. I'm calling B, C, D, E, or F. Oh, and G's in town too? G, I'll see you on Sunday. I'm hanging out with A and B on Friday, and I'm hanging out with C and D on Saturday. We can hang out on Sunday. And do. That's it. It takes the pressure off, guys. And it's very important. And I want to pin that one because I want to come back to that, what Fashionista said. But I'm gonna finish these next 3, and I'm gonna come back to that. No is beginning to be a trigger or a sensitive word. I like that, Fashionista, and I really want to address that, but I don't want to take away from the list first. Okay, number 8. Y'all ready for number 8? Just put yes in the chat. I know y'all are with me. I don't want to waste your time because I know we're longer than we usually be, but I got you. It's no problem. All right, just put yes in the chat. Y'all ready for number 8? And if you're only dating one, that's okay. So if you're only dating one, I said earlier, Leela, if you're only dating one, that's fine. I'm just saying, understand that when you're only dating one person, if things don't work out, now you got to jump start and start everything over again. But if that what works for you, don't change that. I'm just creating options. I'm just giving options. There is no definitive way. Everybody has to do what works for them. I'm just trying to create options because I know I want people to be happy and I want people to enjoy themselves. Okay. Avoid, here's the big one, and you hear this a lot on all the different channels here on this app and others. Avoid settling. Avoid settling. Yeah, you do have to start over. And for some people, that's why some people get frustrated because it's like, I'm tired. I spent 4 months trying to get to know this person, and now at work, I got to start all over again. When you're dating multiple people, it gives you more opportunities. But I understand if it's not for everybody. And a lot of people, if you're just getting back into dating, it can be difficult trying to date multiple people. I know that. So you have to try to figure out which way you work. I just want to give options. That's the goal for today. But avoid settling. Dating multiple people prevents you from settling for someone who may not be the best match for you or fear of being alone. It encourages you to seek a partner who aligns with your values and goals. All right, now I need you to be very honest with me, and I do not want to trigger anybody. How many of you have settled more than you would like to? Let me change it again. How many of you settled more times than you should, and it has left you frustrated with even thinking about dating? How many of you have settled and it's really left a nasty taste in your mouth? I guess that's a better way of saying it. It's exhausting. Yes, it is, Foxy. Leela got her hands up. I got you. How many of me? Tina's got you. Jen said yes. Lucy said yes. Fashionista said me. Yeah, guys, we all settle. Lady P says me. A lot of folks settle. Penn got the thumbs up. I see you, Donna. That's what I want folks to get away from. And that's another reason why I'm an advocate of dating multiple people. Stop settling with the Mr. Right Now, Mrs. Right Now, Mrs. On the Spot, Mr. On the Spot. He's here. Sometimes in my counseling situations, I ask a person, what made you and this person get together? Keith, I don't even know. I was just lonely and it was cool. And, the physicality was good. And I just got tired out here looking, and there's nothing but poo in the dating pool. And I just grabbed the side of the pool that didn't have no poop in it. Why didn't you get into another pool? I just didn't want to do that. I was comfortable with this pool, and I saw all the poop floating around, and I just kept splashing it away. And then he popped up. Now I'm paraphrasing. I don't want to put anybody's convenience. Come on now. I made the decision last year not to settle spiritually, not to compromise. Nothing wrong with that, Mr. Sid. And no one should ever compromise physically, mentally and emotionally. Mentally the way I think, emotionally the way I feel, or spiritually. No one should compromise in any one of those 3 areas, because if you do, you will take a hit as a person. If you compromise the way that you think, you will take a hit. If you compromise the way that you feel, you'll take a hit. If you compromise your body, you already know you're going to take a hit. And if you compromise yourself spiritually, you will take a hit. All 3 areas are devastating if they are not corrected. Physically, you already know. Mental and emotional, damaging. And spiritually, you start to feel empty. And the worst place to be is in spiritual emptiness, because then you will literally start to look at things differently and say, I don't care. And the most dangerous words ever uttered on the planet, male or female, I don't care. The minute you get to the point that I don't care, catch yourself. Don't let those words come out your mouth. Because what comes back is devoid of anything. Yes, too much heartbreak and turmoil, without question. Let me explain to you what I'm saying. When you signal to the universe, I don't care, you are opening up the door for all type of foolishness to come back. Stop and think for a second. Words have power. Do you agree? Put yes in the chat if you agree words have power. Let's walk through this together, guys. Put yes in the chat if you believe words have power. If you really honestly believe it. Don't just say yes because the crowd is saying yes. If you honestly believe words have power, say yes. Okay. And I see that most of you are saying yes, and I rock with that. Thank you, lovely. Thank you, Foxy. Thank you, Glove. Thank you, Pen. Thank you, Lucy. I see you, Leela. I see you, Tina. See you, Donna. Thank you, Lovely Locks. Now, hear me on that. If words have power, then the last thing you ever want to do for yourself is to tell the universe, I don't care. And I want you to really let this sink in deep. I'm a person that's big on deep thinking. You have just signaled to the universe, send me whatever. Send me whoever. Send me whatever's going to get close to me. Do you know what you're inviting back? Do you understand what type of energy you just sent out there? And I've noticed that the pain that follows those words, often the people that then, when they receive whatever they're going to receive, I'll sit in sessions with them and they go, I just can't understand why she would do me like that. I can't understand why he would do me like that. I can't understand, like, why would he even do his kids like that? But I don't. And when we start to go back, you realize that you threw it out there. I don't care no more. And if you listen to when we're angry or really, really sad, we throw our hands up and go, I just don't care. And the devil smiles. Oh, you don't? Okay. Who I got? Oh, okay. Mr. Nasty, go ahead. Miss Nasty, go ahead. She don't care. Just smile at her. Watch. Understand that we are the solution and we're the problem. And here's, I want to say this to you, anybody watching. It is when you're at your worst. It is when you're at your lowest. It is when you think that nobody can make you feel any worse than the way that you feel, is where you will find your greatest strength. Because if you can lift yourself up from that point, if you can be at the point of utter destruction and put your feet down and go, hell no, nah, what you find comes back, not only protects you, it builds you up. And the reason why I want you to understand that, right? Now, rock out with me now. I want you to listen to couples who have been in or in real great relationships. You're going to see that they overcame some pain that brought them together. Listen to them. Listen when they say, I knew that was the person for me. Well, you can't be in that position to receive that until you've allowed yourself to be open for it to get to you. This right here. This right here. It's a weapon. Because this right here speaks to this right here. And when you start saying to yourself internally, I don't care. No. Say you're sad. Say you're angry. Say you're frustrated. Say, Keith, I just don't know what to do. I got you. I understand that. I respect that. Let's figure it out. Let's build. Let's create something. Don't ever just give up. Because I can always show you somebody that was in a worse position. And we all know it. But it seems easier to say, I'm done. I don't care. That and the other lie that we all tell ourselves. Girl, how you doing? I'm good. I'm okay. The greatest lies ever told. I'm good. I'm okay. Brother, how you feeling? I'm good. I'm okay. That's the other problem. We use this to lie. Well, you just said you're good. So how you then complain that nobody wants to help you? You just said you're okay. Why are you shocked that you're alone? Listen to it. Girl, you okay? I'm good. I'm okay. Okay. Yo, don't nobody care about me. Don't nobody want to check on me. You just told everybody you good. Just told everybody you okay. It is okay to not be okay. Talk to them, Leland. But if you say, I'm struggling today, or if you say, I could be better. When people say, how you doing today, Mr. Keith? I go, I've seen better days. And here's what I noticed. They weren't expecting that, so they just shut up. That lets me know that they were just talking. When you say that to somebody who cares, they go, oh, what's wrong? You all right? You good? There you go. This right here can trigger help to show up or to push help away. And many of us don't even realize that we're doing it. Many of us don't even realize we're doing it. All right, let's go to the last two. Last three. No, last two. 8 was settling. Number 9. Number 9 is encourage honest and open communication. What I'm explaining right now. Number 9 is encouraging honesty and open communication. Encouraging honesty and open communication. Number 9, encouraging honesty and open communication. I will explain it in a second. Thank you, Foxy. There you go. Thank you, Tina. Open communication about dating multiple people promotes honesty and transparency in your relationships. It fosters an environment of trust and mutual respect among all parties involved. When you tell a woman at the door, sweetheart, I date a lot of people. I like you. I'd like to get to know you. I'd like to go out. But I do go out on dates. If she wants to get mad, then she's already telling you that she's not the one for you. Ladies, if you tell him, I go on a lot of dates, but at the end of the day, I'm still trying to figure out what I want. But I do like to go out and have a good time and just enjoy myself. I like to dance. I like to go grab something to eat, like to see movies, whatever it is. I'm always open. We have to be able to have adult conversations. Everything is not physicality. Everything is not sex. And that honesty and open communication allows you to get a feel for who is the potential of being that person for me. He has some great husband qualities about him. She has some great wife qualities about her. I got to get to know her a little bit more. And as you date multiple people, the cream always rises to the top. That's why you need to give yourself 6 months to a year before you get exclusive. See that person through various seasons. I say a year. I know some people think I'm crazy. I know. Do you understand that as the whore that I was, it was the women that did not give in to what I wanted that I grew a respect for? Why you ain't give me none? Because I like you, but if I give you something, you're going to treat me badly. No, I won't. I'll treat you. Okay, I was going to do you dirty, but I still want some. No, you cannot, but I would like to go out with you. Well, you want to go out with me if you ain't giving me none? Because I think you're handsome. Okay, but I can't have none? Ain't nothing worse than a kiss on the cheek or a passionate kiss and good night. Why you kiss me like that? I can't have none? No. I'll call you tomorrow. What else he gonna do? What else is he gonna do? And ladies, believe it or not, you know what's gonna happen? Hey, how you doing? You really messed me up last night. What are you talking about? Why you kiss me like that? And why? And then here's what the smooth ladies will say. Listen, when I give it to you, you're gonna have fun. Right now, we can't do nothing. You need to stop playing with me then, girl. I ain't playing with you yet. Why she being sexy like that? Okay, I'll hang around for a while. Some men don't like easy. Most men don't like easy women. They'll hump them, but they don't like them. Ladies, the difference between men and women is we'll hump women we don't like. We just want to get off. We don't care. It is the ones that make us respect them. Oh, baby, that's when you find out how mature they are. Yes, honest and open communication. When you're honest with somebody, you go, ain't nobody getting none. You ain't humping nobody? And how many people you dating? I'm dating a few. Ain't nobody getting none? None. So, girl, how you taking care of you? I got 7 roses. 7? And they all charged in all parts of the house. If I lose my mind in the kitchen, I got a rose in the drawer. I got a rose in the other room. Hell, I got a rose in the glove compartment right now. But we went to the movies. We went to dinner. Shut up. That's how it sounds to me. When I listen to some men and women, they sound like little kids. Because sometimes when I'm listening, I go, you mad that they didn't hump you because you wanted to get humped? Yeah, I'm saying, how he gonna look that good and not give me none? Do he see all this? So wait. Let me get this right. Because you look good, he was supposed to hump you? I'm saying the last guy did, and how'd that work out? I'm saying, why are you bringing up old stuff? This right here, most powerful weapon. This is why God gave us two of them. And when I repeat what I hear, you should see the faces on people. They start to hear it and they go, well, I'm saying, and I go, and I ain't judging. I just want you to be clear on what you're saying. And I always repeat, like, let me make sure I got this right. You're mad that he didn't give you none because you wanted some. What about his feelings? Now, here's the best part. You get the, I'm just saying. What you saying? I'm just saying. I mean, we're both adults. Ain't no reason to play in games. How did you turn their feelings into a game? Listen deeply. That is selfishness. Because I can't get what I want. You're playing with me. Cut that person off. Cut that person off. Cut that person off. The person that will equate your feelings to gameplay. No history. No clear pathway to happiness with that. You can't sustain that in a real relationship. You can sustain it in the bedroom. You cannot sustain that in a real relationship. If a person is so shallow that you just telling how you feel and they turn that into you're playing some type of game, that person is not emotionally mature enough for a solid relationship. Cut them loose. Too often people think about their wants instead of incorporating what the person, of course, because they're not caring about the other person, Rich. And that's what I mean. When a person takes what you say about yourself or doing for yourself and say, why don't you stop playing? File that away as I'm done. And stop being so hesitant to cut people off. I ain't got to justify why I don't want to be with you. And if you ask me the truth, I'm just saying, keep telling me. Is it something that I did? Dun, 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 dun. I'm going to put my cape on. Whoop, strap the S on. Here we go. Check this out, sweetheart. I thought it was real childish the way that you responded to how I told you about how I felt. You told me stop playing games, and then you were inconsiderate of my feelings because you wanted to have sex. And so me not wanting to have sex, you were going to try to belittle me? Why would I continue with this? Why would I go any further? You had already said that you were going to disrespect me, whether you realize it or not, and then you attempted to minimize me. Why would I want to be with anybody who wants to minimize me? I can't see us going any further, so I saved us both the trouble, and I just said that was it. And here's how you know there was never any future. Well, then go F yourself then. Anger. When the anger shows up not 30 seconds after being told the truth, you never had a chance. You saved it. You dodged a missile. If when telling somebody the truth, their only retort is anger, you got lucky. Unfortunately, guys, many of us don't find that out until we're in a messed up relationship with them. And that is the difference between dating and a relationship. Go to the notes that I gave earlier. Relationships are once, not just one person. Without question, which we just talked about, Leela. Last one, and I want to go back to the thing that Fashionista said about people responding. Number 10, right? Number 10. Thank you so much for the hearts. I appreciate that, Devlin. And keep tapping the screen, guys. Let's go ahead and get to 40K. Number 10, maintaining independence. Big one. And this is why I put it as the last one. Maintaining independence. I'm just going to wait on Tina before I go forward. I want to make sure everybody got it. Thank you so much for the hearts. Keep tapping the screen. Maintaining independence as the 10th advantage of dating multiple people. Thank you, Tina. Got you, love. Appreciate you. Dating multiple people allows you to keep your independence and autonomy as you are not solely relying on any one person for companionship or emotional support. It empowers you to prioritize your needs and goals while exploring potential romantic connections. This one is critical, and this is why I put it last. Don't you give your independence away to somebody just because you like them. Don't you give. I'm going to say it again for the people in the back who's at work looking at their boss, seeing if they're about to walk up. Don't you give, men or women, I don't care. Don't you give your independence away for somebody that you just like and somebody that you have not gotten to know better. Date multiple people until you decide who is the winner of the me sweepstakes. And the winner of the who's going to be Keith's next woman is date number 6. Girl, you got it going on. I think I want something more exclusive with you. I can't see myself really messing with nobody else with you because I like what you and I have had for the last 6 months. You are a prize. We all are in our own way. Don't you give that away to somebody that you like. Like ain't enough. No. And I'll say it again. No. Like ain't enough. Don't embarrass yourself by giving away your independence for somebody that you like. This is why so many of us men and women are in tears now trying to figure out why they do me dirty like that. Because they liked you and loved somebody else. You see this, Bia? You see how you treat the new chick? You see how she treat the new dude? Okay. She liked you. She loved him. So she thinks. Or so he thinks. But you played yourself. You didn't require more. You didn't demand more. You didn't put your foot down and say, we can date, but I'm keeping my options open because whoever get this, he ain't gonna be ready. She ain't gonna be ready. So I gotta really see what's going on out here because it's like a bomb. If this go off, it could destroy you. Really could. If I hit you with this, thank you, fashionista. If I hit you with this, could be a problem for you. And y'all gotta understand it. Hey, Dr. Hall, y'all gotta understand that. Don't you give your independence away, the joy that you have of being you, to somebody else just because they like you? Stop that. You date multiple people until you come across that person that you go, wait a minute. Hold on a second. Yo, y'all gotta go. Get out. Come here. Tell all them other people, cut them off too. We gotta figure something out. Because I like what you bring to the table. You know, every time I go out with you, I feel totally different. We gotta figure out what this is. More people that you go out with, the more things that you experience, the more that you get to enjoy life. Don't you give your independence away to that. Now, in the chat, help me out here. Just put me in the chat. If I trigger you, I'm sorry. How many of us have been in relationships and or marriages that we looked up and said, how the hell did I get here? Put me in the chat. I'll put my hand up because I was in one of those. Put me in the chat if you've been in that situation, maybe in that situation. Now put me in the chat. When you looked up and go, how the hell did I get with this person? This person? Oh my gosh. Let this person get me pregnant. How I get her pregnant? Oh, what did I do? That other girl was looking good. Damn, that other dude was looking good. What was I thinking? Oh, man, the condoms was in the nightstand, too. See, come on. Look at all the me's. Come on. I see you, Marie. I see you, Miss Jump. I see you, Winston. It's Winston. I see you, Lucky. Miss Joe, okay. I see you, Miss L. Tina. Come on, Leela. We got Dr. Hall here, too. Missed out on a good guy. Listen, I am who I am supposed to be with, but I can't get them 10 years back. And you know what's crazy? My mom told me when I first started messing with my ex-wife, I married her because I got her pregnant, and I was like, I didn't want to be the dad who had baby here and baby there because I had found out I had a daughter with this other young lady. My mom, the hood mom that she was like, boy, you ain't got to marry nobody. Just take care of your kids. You ain't got to marry that chick that you was humping. Take care of your kids. F that. You don't even like her like that. Nah, Mom, I got to do what's right. I got to do the righteous thing. That's so stupid. I should have listened to the woman that had 3 kids with 3 different dudes. She knew. All right, Tina, we're good. We finished the list. Hey, before Tina goes and before I finish talking, everybody spam the chat with purple hearts to show Tina some love and to say thank you to Tina for doing what she does in the chat. Come on, she's one of the best moderators on TikTok. Everybody give purple hearts for Tina before she goes as a way to say thank you. Come on. Come on, there you go. Come on, let's give Tina some Purple Hearts. I can't do this alone, and you're only as good as the people that are there to support you. So, Tina, thank you so much, love. I appreciate you. Also, I want to say, and I didn't get a chance to say it earlier, I am trying to get my baby girl to Michigan in July. Her GoFundMe is in my bio. She is studying Mandarin Chinese. She's an honor roll student, and I'm trying to raise enough money to take her to Michigan. If you can see your way through, please hit the GoFundMe in my bio, and let's get baby girl to Michigan because I love my daughter. She's doing some great things. And at 10 years old, she is studying Mandarin Chinese, where she's in a specialized program, and she has worked her way to getting an opportunity to bowl in nationals. And I'm going to make it happen, even if I got to start an OnlyFans for chubby big dudes who are married. My wife has given me permission. No, thank you. Thank you so much for the Purple Hearts with Tina. I told my wife, if I got to, and it ain't going to be the type of OnlyFans you think. For lovers of big, handsome men. Y'all don't mess around. Y'all going to be calling me Speedo Jones. I'm going to get the Speedos out. I'll do whatever I got to do. I'm telling you, Lucy, to get my daughter to Michigan, yes, the OnlyFans will be in effect. That's right, I'm threatening you. If y'all don't help me get my daughter to Michigan, I'm going to the OnlyFans Speedo look. Yes, and I don't care what y'all think. And I'm buying a ton of oil. It's going to be a mess. But I will do what I can. It'll be the comedy page of all comedy page. You're going to be like, I know damn well he ain't out here in no Speedo and oil. And I'm going to have a whole separate section. You want to see more? You got to pay more. Like, bro, I'll pay you to put your clothes on. No, I got another Speedo for that too. Y'all playing. Yes, baby oil. And I'm talking about the baby oil that's laced with mineral oil, so it's even super glistening. And I'm going to spray my hair with the coconut oil. Everything going to look real greasy. I'm going to look like a piece of chicken that fell out of the pot back onto the plate. Y'all going to be like, oh, not Keith. I keep going like that. Okay, let me get serious again. All right, I wanted to hold on a second. Let me get myself together. I tell you, I was tired. I am the worst when I'm tired. The word yes, the word no. No, I got you. I'm going back to it now, Lucy. I ain't forget. I just had to gather myself. When I'm tired, I am the worst when I'm tired. I tell jokes to myself all night. But humor is another part that you got to have. But let me go back to something Fashionista said. I pinned it just so I could be able to find it. I'm just scrolling down. Okay, so Fashionista talked about no is beginning to become a trigger or sensitive word to mentally ill people. That word can bring out the worst. Now, listen to me. I saved that because I just want to change one part about what you said, Fashionista. It's not mentally ill people. It's mentally fragile people. Because a lot of these people are not clinically mentally ill. So we're not going to put that on folks who have real problems. There are real people out there who are mentally ill, right? So we're not going to put that on them. What is happening because of social media, we have mentally fragile people who don't know how to accept no because we have reduced actual interactions with each other because we're interacting through social media almost exclusively in a lot of cases, through our phones, through whatever. People don't know how to interact in public. And I'm noticing that you see it in the videos of people in stores. People don't know how to be told they can't get what they want. People are not dealing with no properly. And so we extend that to poor educational situations or poor social environments. Sometimes they go hand in hand, sometimes they're exclusive. So when you put certain things together, and it's not just color, we see this with all variations of people. People are not patient or calm enough to accept no because they're locked in on what they want, even if what they want is grossly disrespectful. to the person that they're talking to. Because of social media, it has allowed them to see or possibly interact with people who are okay with their foolishness. And what I mean by that, you heard me joking about the oil. We're not going to revisit that. But there are people out there who are doing it. And there are people out there who's interacting with it. And there's people out there who are getting enough of what they want that they don't understand no. And anytime you take individuals who don't understand no, and then when they hear it, they become violent. I want all of the parents in the room to pay attention to what I'm saying. Tell me if I'm wrong. When your toddler, before they got to the terrible twos, or when they got to the terrible twos, when they were told they couldn't stay up, or they were told they couldn't have a cookie, or they were told it was time to go to bed. Hey, Miss New York, when they were told things that they did not like, how many of our kids fell on the floor, rolled around? Some of them even hit. Some of them reacted in ways that was very negative. If I am telling the truth, put yes in the chat. If you have seen this with your own kids, your nieces and your nephews, put it in the chat. If you have seen toddlers when they are told no, literally act a plumb fool. Put yes in the chat if you have seen this. Now, I ain't asked you how you dealt with it. Yes, tens of tantrums. Put yes in the chat if you have seen kids when they get told no. I understand. My thoughts also is that no, my boundaries are in place. Even yes, come on now, I'm getting there, Miss Fashionista. I'm getting there because what I want to point out is now those are children, right? Those are babies. Their brains ain't even close to being developed. They're in the process at developed. Now, many of us, especially certain parents of certain persuasions, oh, I know you're gonna get up off that floor, right? Woo. Okay, I think I'm gonna go lay down. Or some of us just roll yourself out all you want. I will let you cry it out. And then some will just, and I still didn't get it. I'm going to cry again. Okay. And you just sitting there like this. You finished? You finished? And some will cry themselves out. And then some, we got to take it a little bit further. How you parent is how you parent. If you understand what I'm saying, you understand what I'm saying. So if something needs to be dealt with, they start to learn quickly. Grandma ain't with the BS. Grandpa ain't with the BS. Mommy ain't with the BS. Daddy ain't with the BS. They learn quickly. If you understand what I'm saying. So if you wanted to cry them out, let them cry out, parents, cool. If you wanted them, I know you ain't going. If you one of those parents, I understand. But either way, you made sure that something was done, right? Well, unfortunately, the product of the years of a lot of children not being raised correctly, white, black, or indifferent, and then being able to jump on social media and finding others like themselves to interact with, there is no growth. So now when they actually now start trying to mate, that's what it is. They're trying to connect so we all want to procreate. They don't know how to accept the no. Now, something that Fashionista said, and I want everybody to understand that. Your no is your no. You stand on that, but you be careful. iPad and phone babies. Come on, Miss New York. And Miss New York, you know, because you've seen me in the classroom. You've seen me in the building. You know I don't play those games. And I don't care if kids get mad at me or not. You know I'm about my business when it comes to kids. So you know firsthand, you've seen what I do when it comes to kids acting nah. And I don't care if you don't like me or not. I run a tight ship. I don't play those games. So I'm not just here capping, as the kids say. I do this for real. But what you're noticing, guys, and this is where we got to be very careful, especially all of you parents of young ladies, please teach them to identify certain signs early and get away. Don't engage. Don't debate. You're not winning a debate with an idiot. Teach them the Chinese proverb that never argue with a fool because from a distance you can't tell who the fool is. Teach your daughters as soon as they hear certain things, get up out of there or stay there. Call me. Call your uncle. Call somebody. Hell, call the police. Teach young ladies, especially in urban environments. And it's not a color thing. It's about this. Teach your young ladies that the minute that somebody gets aggressive because all you did was speak for yourself, don't go nowhere. Stay right there. And that man locked the door and he thought everything was cool. If I was those two young ladies, I would have never walked outside. Mom, come get us. Dad, come get us. Uncle, come get us. Hey, call your friend. Your father home? Some guys was, come get us. Sir, we going to stay right here. Don't you open that door. The store owner opened up that door and this dude put a blade to both of them and ended their existence because he had issues with himself. And I'll say it again. The Brooklyn that I grew up in, he'd have to move. The Brooklyn and Queens that I grew up in, you extinguished 2 lights because you got some emotional issues? Nah. Now I'm a crisis specialist. And would I work with him to try to fix him? Yes. But if you want to speak to the street side of me, I'm just saying. So we got to try to prevent this. So to Sister Fashionista, your no has to be a no. So I respect what you're saying, sister. All of us. Our no's have to be our no's. Now, fellas, let me say something for the women. If you're dealing with a woman, yeah, South Jamaica, listen, 40 projects and Rochdale, Supton 115, 40 projects 157, and Canarsie and Flatbush is all of that. But let me just say this to the men as well. If you're dealing with a woman, that when you tell her no, I used to hang out near Unionport in Parkchester. We're not going to say what I used to do there, but she know. She knew my name. That's all we're going to say. That was years ago. But anyway. and we're 155th too, near Yankee Stadium, but we're not going to talk about that. She lived right in the apartments right there behind. But anyway. Gentlemen, if the woman that you're dealing with, when you tell her no, she puts her hands on you. Leave that alone. You're setting yourself up to be locked up. If you deal with a young lady, and I don't care if she say, I was just playing. If you deal with a woman who puts her hands on you when she hears no, get out of that as fast as possible. Get out of that as fast as you can. Because she's going to place her hands on you. And it's going to be a time when you're tired, frustrated, angry, whatever. And your whole life could come to an end because you lose control. First of all, get out of that situation. Don't ever be with somebody who disrespects your no. Ladies and gentlemen, please hear me on this. If your no does not stand with the person that you're dealing with, get the hell out of that relationship. Because if they can't respect your no, then stop and think of the things you say no to. And I share this with my daughter. Just stop for a second. Take a step back from your phone and I want you to listen to me. If they can't respect your no, get the hell out of there. Think of the things that we say no to. I'll give you a second to just let it. I'll give you a second. Think of all the things we say no to. And now imagine you're with somebody who don't want to hear that. I want you to just take a minute with that. Share that with your kids. Share that with your spouses. Share that with your boyfriend, your girlfriend. Share that with your children. Share that with everybody. Men become victims too. They do, Marie. Everybody becomes a victim when you're dealing with people who disregard you as a human. Do you know how many people say, I didn't know he was like that? And I respect that. But what we got to pay attention to is the little things. Always remember, the behaviors that are in there will show themselves. We just have to be sharp enough to pay attention to that. So when you hear people say, I can't believe they didn't know. Well, they might not have known what to look for. Run this, yes. Yes, especially when they're identified red flags, Miss Lucia. When they are identified red flags or your own personal red flags, if you got certain red flags for you, you created them for a reason. When somebody violates those, I don't care how good they look. I don't care how good they make you feel. I don't care how much money they give you. I don't care what the status is. Get the hell out of Dodge. And don't let somebody love you. No, let me take this back. Don't let somebody sex you back into a bad position. Don't let somebody sex you back into a position for them to harm you. Because that's the other alternative. Oh, she about to leave me. Oh, she about to get out of here. I got to take her through the bedroom and pound her through the bed to change her mind. I got to take him in the bedroom and twist him out. I think it's Missy Elliott got a song, Coochie Don't Fail Me Now. I got to turn this out. A whole song. So don't think it's just men. Missy Elliott got a whole song. Coochie Don't Fail Me Now. Every time I hear it, I go, and they be getting at us? Now, I ain't saying men don't have songs like that. We do. Sometimes that's all we singing about in some of these cases. But what they're all saying is, when in doubt, and you saw it in the movie Baby Boy, he slapped her. And she said you would never hit me. In his panic, he thought oral sex was going to change everything. Go back and watch the movie. Go back and watch the movie. When Jody put his hands on her, he thought oral was going to change it. And a lot of men and women think that. They think the physicality will offset the harm that they did mentally or emotionally or physically. And I need you to protect yourself from that. Don't let somebody drill you through the bed telling you they sorry, but you didn't see them do no work. It made matters worse. It always does. Keith, it has taken me a while to be comfortable to say no because I was a people pleaser, but now, yes. And you know what, Fashionista? Thank God that you got there, because a lot of people who are people pleasers, they don't get to where you just mentioned until they're all used up. And they don't have nothing left for anybody else because they can't find it in themselves. And I'm here to help with that, but it's hard when a person cannot find any self-worth because it's been stripped away or they gave it away. And one of the hardest things is when somebody has to deal with the fact that they gave so much away that they can't get back, that they just don't want to even, and the magic words is, I don't care. And when I have to really try to build somebody up, and when I got to try to pour so much light into them to try to hold them up, it's hard because it's like I'm fighting, and I know what I'm fighting against, but I'm trying to get them to release or to try to build them up. That's why support systems are super important. Yes, Leela, you can't, and I talk about that all the time, you can't pour from an empty cup. You can't serve anybody with nothing in your cup. And you can't give it all away and leave nothing for yourself. Fill your cup first, and with the overflow, give it to everybody. Or go out with a full cup and split it in half and give it to somebody. But you must take care of you. And what I get emotional about, right? I have to sometimes disconnect from watching others because it frustrates me when I know I can help somebody, but I see people spending time and money with charlatans, with people who can't do nothing for them. And I have to actually stop and catch myself and pray and say, Lord, I'm going to let it go. I gave up focusing on other people. I focus on me. And I've learned to turn my frustrations into, Keith, how many people did you help? How many people have you helped? Keith, who you helping today? What did you do today? What did you learn today? So I turn it on myself. But sometimes I'm not going to lie to you, when I'm on social media, I get frustrated because this term influencer drives me crazy. Everybody is an influencer, but we done allowed ourselves to get so convinced that that title means something that we're throwing money at it and it don't mean anything. If you've ever had friends, you were an influencer. Girl, where you want to go? I don't know. Where you want to go? I don't know. Let's go up that. Let's go up the spot up the block. They got the better cheesesteak. We ate there yesterday. Oh, girl, come on. It's closer. Okay, you influenced them. That's an influencer. So now you're gonna say, but Keith, you reducing it to remedial things. Am I? Look at some of the people that's called influencers. They're just real good at being them. Show me the people that have been healed. Don't show me the people that like you and follow you. I just came out of a relationship with a narcissist, and so I already know it wasn't. Yeah, there you go. And narcissists have to be in real deep condensed help. They can't do it on their own. Keith, you spoke about your voice. I had to practice in the mirror saying no. Yes. Thank you, Fashionista, because I'm glad somebody's listening to me. But no, you have to find it, and you got to be comfortable with no. No is the shortest sentence in the English language. No stands on its own. You don't need any other words with no. It's if you choose to. Keith, you want to take this client? No. If I choose to explain this on me, hey, Keith, I got this couple that would be great. You want to work with them? No. I don't have to give a reason for my no unless I choose to. Why no? Why not? Just not feeling it right now. Thank you. I give as much as I want to give, but no stands on its own. No speaks for itself. Keith, are you hungry? No. Hey, Keith, you want to go see this movie? No. Hey, Keith, I'm leaving. You want to come with me? I'm getting ready to head to the park. No. There is no help for some. You just have to walk away. Yes, exactly. And that's another thing too. Understanding when that line has to get cut, Miss New York. Knowing when you look and say, I can't help this person no more. Partly is, I'm gonna tell you what it'll be obvious, right? It'll be obvious if they're not doing any work. Please understand that, men or women. If somebody's doing the work, you can see it. They'll want to share it with you. Hey, Miss Fashionista, what are you doing today? I'm working, I'm practicing on my no because I got to get better at it. I can see that. I can respect that. I can build on it. I can connect with that. So when I see Miss Fashionista saying, I'm working on my no, that's something I can say. That's not her telling me. That's something I can see. You still working on your nose, girl? I got it down. Now watch this. Hell no. 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 Cool. I can see it. Same thing with going to the gym. How's that gym working out? Yeah, you know, I'm going tomorrow. You ain't going to no damn gym. Okay, there you go. But if you see the person coming home from the gym and they got the sweat on, or you see them actually at the gym, or they invite you to come go, and you're there with them, you here every day? Yeah, I'm trying to do it 7 days a week. Now it makes sense. So one of the things that I struggle with is, like I said, I want to help as many people as possible. And I do this for a living. I don't work for anybody else. But sometimes I'm going to tell you, it is hard. It is super hard because sometimes you see people just wasting money. And it really makes me sad. Like, I'll see people who obviously have issues literally just sit in front of their phones and say, how come you're not sending me no money? How come you're not sending me money? I saw somebody the other day said, my brakes haven't been working and I can't get my followers to give me money to fix my brakes. Why are they supposed to? Why are you not working? And if you're not working, why are you not actually volunteering somewhere where somebody might give you the breaks because you're giving them time? When did we get to the point that nobody wants to do and my hand is out all the time? And you know why? Because the Chinese were fantastic in creating a way for you to sit right here and people to give you pennies. And those pennies add up, but they're making millions of dollars. And they give you little speckly things that pop up on the screen. And you go, ooh, I got a universe. And the universe is, $35? Universe is $35, or a galaxy is $35, and the universe is $500. But how much did you give them to be able to be in a position to do that? And all that you're getting, are you getting professional help? You're taking all this money from people. And are you saying to anybody, you need to go get professional help? Or thank you for what you're giving me. I'm going to go get a session with a person so I ain't got to be on this app. Keep asking for money. I'm seeing people 2 years later still saying, can you help me with my rent? Can you help me with my rent? Can you help me get some baby food? I'm hungry. I need 6 nuggets. Can you just send me a note? And my Cash App is in the Western. My Cash App will never be on the screen. All my professional information is in my bio. From donations to my websites to everything. But I don't believe in you just giving me unless I ask, and I'm telling you why I'm asking for it. If I tell you if you want to support my after school program, it is because every dollar you give me goes to them. If I ask you to help me support my daughter, it is because right now I got a 10-day trip to go to in Michigan that's going to cost a lot of money. So I would like some help. And if nobody else gives another dollar, she's still going to go. But would I like some help? Yes. We have just gotten to a tough place. I create books so people have a way of saying, Keith, how can I support you? Here you go. Here's how you can support me. You don't have to give me anything. I want to give you something. If you give me money, I'm going to give you something. Here's one thing I can give you if you give me money. Here's another thing I can give you if you give me money. Here's another thing I can give you if you give me money. Here's another thing I can give you if you give me money. Here's another thing you can give me if you give me money. And I got about a bunch of other books I'm in. And here's another thing that you can do if you give me money. I will go prepare a plan for you. I will work for you if you give me money. I will listen to what's going on with you, and I'll give you a personality assessment. And I will take that assessment and create a plan of action to help you get from being unhappy to happy. That's what I'll do when you give me money. You want me to come speak at your church? If they're going to give me money, I'll come talk at your church. You want me to come counsel at your church? I'll come counsel at your church. They're going to give me money. Here's the crazy part. I'll come do it for free. And from there, I'll do some other things. I have certain requirements. Yes, all my books are listed on my website. Go to my website instead of Amazon. Jeff Bezos takes 55% from every independent author. Jeff Bezos is making more money than the authors who write the books. That's why he's worth $1 trillion. They take 55% off the top, and then you get what's left. And that's why you see everything is discounted on Amazon. You go, oh, they're selling that Lowe's for $8 more, $6 more, because he takes the money off the top, discounts the price to run the competitor out of the way. The person uploading their stuff on Amazon takes a loss. So instead of getting $12 or $11 commission for one of my books, I might get $2 because it's on Amazon. But what Jeff Bezos does is he knows everybody is drugged out with using Amazon. So you have to have your books there as a professional because that's the way people shop. So you take the $2 and just keep it moving. It's still a sale. And Jeff Bezos knows that. So I tell everybody, and not just me, any author who has a credible website, I have 2. Go to my website. You're getting the books from me. The commission comes to me. When you get it from Amazon, Barnes & Noble, anywhere books are sold, you're getting it at a discount. And most time it's a 60-40 split. And when we do book signings at bookstores, it's a 60-40 split, them. Listen, if I'm going to be on, Lucy, that's what I'm supposed to do. It's called part of a value ladder. Every person that's in business, part of their value ladder should be, what do you give away for free? Because I can't say book a session with me and charge what I charge, and I'm not giving away anything for free. So to me, every Friday is an opportunity for me to enhance my speaking, but also to give stuff away for free. Now I'm building a lot of things that people are going to need. And I'm hoping that those things encourage people to want to do business with me, stay connected to me. But one of the things I'm working on is a private community that, there'll be a fee to be part of the community, just like there's a fee when you go to the VIP. But there's going to be a private community that's going to have a lot of the things inside of it. So you're not just paying to be there, but there's going to be different rooms with different videos and different materials, as well as free stuff. But the opportunity for us to get on a Zoom call, the opportunity for us to have our own chat room. So I'm not stuck with having to watch what I say on TikTok or watch what I say on Facebook, but I got to build it. And I have a small team, but I'm building it. What helped me was entering psychology course and the master's applied. Yes, thank you. And we need more. When I went back to get my second master's degree, people thought I was crazy. They said, well, you already got a master's in education. What you need another master's degree for? Because I'm going in a different direction. And it was harder to go back to school in 2016 when I went back, but I needed to because I knew what I wanted to do going forward. And I knew I wanted to build mental health ministries in churches. And I've been lucky enough to build 2 in 2 churches. I'm working on a third. One church here in Delaware, one church in Maryland, and I'm working on a church in Alabama. I definitely will, Marie. I'm learning right now. Right now I'm studying Go Brunch. And I think Go Brunch is going to be the provider. But I'm learning, and I'm studying. I'm studying so much. That's why I haven't been getting no sleep. There's so much that I'm trying to do and trying to change things around. About a month ago, I can say this to y'all. I ain't got nothing to hide. About a month ago, I was ready to quit I was ready to give it all up. I was done. I was frustrated, and I was tired, and I was like, you know what? I'm done. I'm just going to go back to work because I just felt like I don't want to do this no more. Because I had a contract with the government for $750,000. And when there were changes, and let me tell you something, when you see politics and you see them talking about making changes, whatever, they don't think about the small people that they hurt. Well, the ATF had some internal strikes. I worked with the ATF, and I was doing the counseling, private counseling for the tobacco arms, tobacco fire, or whatever it's called. And I had a contract for 5 years, $750,000. First year went well, and as we were coming up on a renewal for the second year, because of internal problems that had nothing to do with me, They got rid of the leadership, and the new leadership came in and said, we want to remove all the programs connected to the previous leadership. The clients as well as the leadership was like, no, keep Keith's program. That's fantastic. We'll go, but keep his program. They said no. So you got to sign off on a sheet. I lost $667,000. Nothing I could do about it. But thank the Lord for allowing me to be in that position to get the first year of 114 added to whatever else I was making. But when you take a hit for 666, when you take a hit for $500,000, it changes your outlook on some things. But I stayed prayed up because if I did it once, I can do it again. But it is not easy because when you see other people being rewarded for foolishness and you know you're doing the work and you cannot, and you're not being rewarded for it, sometimes you think, well, what did I do? And it's real easy to get into negative feelings. I didn't let the negative feelings get into me. I just was tired of working so hard. And I was like, I got to change what I do. So when I say I was ready to give it all up, I was. I'm like, and then I stopped myself and I asked people to pray for me. And the prayers hit solid ground. And in the last month or so, I've been reminded of who I am, whom I serve, and what I'm needed for. And sometimes it's not about what's coming in. It's about me being solid, what I'm giving out. And I trust in my faith and my talents will make a way. And I'm good now. A month later, I'm good because I realized, and somebody said this to me, and I'll share this with you before I get ready to get off. Sometimes it is your frustration that the Lord uses to trigger you to search for other parts or other talents you didn't know you had, or talents that you laid dormant. Sometimes the Lord will put the roadblocks in front of you simply to force you to activate things that you put to sleep. And when I heard that, I realized that, and I needed that. And since then, I've gone very hard. I do what I do, and I had to remind people who I am, what I do, and how I do it, and let folks know I'm here to help. And then I realized something that Chris Rock said. There's no money in the healing. There's money in them coming back. The money's in the medicine. Healers don't get paid a lot because we're not flashy. We're not really that entertaining. I try to be. Somebody who's not trying to heal is entertaining because they can be, because they don't have to worry of what's coming from what they're giving out. I have people's lives in my care. I have to concern myself with what I say, what I do, and how I do it. There's no major money in that up front, but it'll come. And at the end of the day, I know I'll be exactly where I need to be when it's all said and done. Yes, I'm looking to assist, resolve mindsets and regulations of poor. Yes, come on now, fashions. That's what we need. Exactly. That's all that counts. Got you. And so when I come on, and I'll show you the proof, right? I come on every Friday when I can. We only have between 20, maybe 40 people tops, right? You see how many likes we have there? I've seen other lives where people don't do that. And it's not me judging. What I'm saying is I interact with you because I care about what I'm saying. I know, like the Lord says, my sheep will hear my voice. I don't worry about it. I just know I got to put it out. It'll find its way back home. And it'll bring some friends with it. You and your family have a blessed weekend. Thank you so much. I'm getting ready to get off. You too, Miss New York. Thank you. Miss you guys. It was always fun. Kiss your kids for me. Tell Mr. B said what's up. Yes, our biggest reward is a chance to progress. Yes. And you're doing very well in life, Marie, when you can see others benefiting for what you poured into them. Self-actualization used to be the highest pinnacle in the Maslow hierarchy chart. Now it's when you can help someone else to become self-actualized. So it's changed. So now when you can help someone else become self-actualized, that is the pinnacle of the pinnacle. And that's what I'm after. When I can help other people change their lives and know I played a role in that, I don't need the accolades. Just pay my fee of what I do for it, and I'm going to go about my business. It's like the movie Kung Fu. Once I did what I did for this town, I'm going to pack up and go on to the next. Now, I'm showing my age by saying Kung Fu. I know some of the young folks, Kung Fu, what was that? David Carradine. If you didn't know, you didn't know. You have a wonderful weekend also, definitely. I'm going to get ready to get off. I do have a counseling session. I wanted to go to Starbucks to get some acai strawberry lemonade, but $5 for a large lemonade, I'm going to make my own. I got to see if I can find the secret to the Starbucks lemonade and make it myself. Yes, you did your thing. My kids are all successful in life today because of you, and teachers like, oh, thank you so much. I appreciate that. Let me tell you something. That's something I told somebody here on TikTok. They said, you ain't got enough followers to really get up on my platform. I said, do you know I've worked with 30 to 40,000 kids in the 25 years that I've been in the New York City school system? That's not good enough. And he's like, nah. I was like, okay. And I realized that all of my students, many of them are in their 30s, going on 35, 36, and that some 25 years later, they're still connected to me. I think I'm doing pretty good. But yeah, it's kind of expensive. It's $5.95 for a large acai lemonade with these dried strawberries. It tastes good, but I just can't be paying that much for no strawberry lemonade, man. I'll be reaching out for some sessions. I came across you today for a reason. Oh, thank you, Lucy. I'm here. Listen, all my information is in my bio. I'm here. And just the discovery session is always free because I may not be the counselor for you, but I would love to meet you and to see what we can figure out, what we can put together. 2 offices and 1 anesthesia. That's what. Wow, let's go. 2 offices and 1 anesthesia. Let's go. That's what I'm talking about. And I'd love to know that I had a part of watering those seeds. You did the rest as a great mom, but I'm glad that I could play a role to keep them away from the foolishness. Thank you so much, Miss New York, for sharing that with me. I love when I hear about them doing well. A lot of the students that a lot of people counted out are now doing extremely well. And that's why I never counted out any of the students that I work with in any parts of New York that I work with them, because you just don't know what a kid is going to be. Hell, I once had a 7th grade teacher tell me I was the worst thing that my mom ever had. No, he was a lie. But no, thank you for sharing that with me. You let them know Mr. B said what's up. Tell them I'm on Facebook and TikTok. They're going to say, Mr. B still doing his thing? Yeah, and is. But listen, guys, it's 2:30. We've been on for almost 3 hours. I want to thank you all. I appreciate you all. Thank you for the 40K likes. Thank you for hanging out with me. All my information, but more than anything else, please check out my bio. Send something for baby girl. We're halfway. I think we're a little over $2,000 towards the 5 to get her to Michigan. And you know what? At 10 years old, I want her to have this experience. So if you want to do anything for me, send it to my baby girl's GoFundMe. So you'll see the videos and stuff like that. And I'm here. I'm going to keep doing what I do for you guys here. But again, the replay of this show, if you know somebody that needs to see it, will be up sometime this weekend. You can go over to my YouTube channel, watch the replay of other shows, and subscribe, let me know. Yes, amen. All right, but again, it's been my pleasure. I am honored to be in front of you guys. Thank you for spending some time with me. Thank you for hanging out with me. I hope that you enjoyed yourself. I will see you on these TikTok streets, and I'll see you next week, same time, God willing. Have a great weekend, guys. Please be safe. The weather's getting warmer, so you know it's going to get a little crazy. Take care, guys.